the beginning, 102 years ago, WQAM was your great-great-grandfather's radio station. News, weather, entertainment, a trusted friend. Then came upgrade number 1, the 1960s. Top 40. WQAM was Tiger Radio, playing the hits, the music of peace and love. Upgrade number 2. The 1990s. Sports. Legends like Jim Mandich and Hank Goldberg. Would South Florida care that much about sports? Yes, they did. Now, more than 30 years later, here we are, still talking sports, broadcasting the games of your favorite teams. Perfect timing for upgrade number 3. Now, no more crackling during thunderstorms. No more static. FM, baby. WQAM is now on FM 1043, 100,000-watt flamethrower from north of Jupiter down to the Keys. WQAM is now truly Miami's and South Florida's sports leader. The iconic Joe Rose in the mornings, Tobin and Leroy in middays, the irreverent Hawk Crowder and Solana in the afternoons. Home of the Miami Heat. Home of Miami Hurricanes football and basketball. Dolphins coverage every day. Plus, game day uncensored on game days. 100,000 watts. FM 1043 WQAM. Epic. Delivering the same great sports talk, the same thrill of the game, and the most powerful and iconic name in South Florida sports. 1043 WQAM, Miami's sports leader. FM 1043 WQAM. We're here, baby. We're here. Let's go.
If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the stars with the show, and till then, his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube and view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
You sound crisp. You sound crisp, brother.
I feel like we do sound crisp. I don't feel like this bit had the same juice as it did 15 years ago when we did, because you and I were on the OG flip back in the day.
Yeah.
When we were on 790 the ticket. It is cool though, because I tell you one thing, being on FM radio beats the holy hell out of being on AM radio, and I say that as somebody. One of the things that I love about it is that we sat there, and I remember sitting at sitting at those meetings when we first did it years ago, and I was like, man, this is crazy, bananas. But now, whoo, this is exciting, Leroy.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I think, for anybody, if you think about the programming that we carry, right, to be able to reach more people and not, so your people that live by you can actually listen to you, Tobes. Because you damn near live in Orlando.
I think he had to exit stage left.
So like first 10 minutes.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh, you couldn't even hold up for like 30 seconds. I was switching my mic back on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Man, you are a radio pro. This is what we got here for you people on the FM dial. So I appreciate that from everybody. But it is exciting. We are live here on FM 104.3. And it's an exciting time, man. This is absolutely Goosies galore. It's great to have everybody joining us here. And I say this is somebody I never left. I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret, okay? They tell us to listen to these cockamamie apps all the time and podcasts. I'm an old school, okay? I grew up wanting to be on radio, and so I have never left the AM dial. All right, I always stayed on the AM dial all the time, except when we flipped to FM. And then I was like, you know what? I want to listen to a station flip. And so yesterday, as our show ended, got in my car, Leroy, listened to the end days of the alternative rock station, which, at one point stole my FM station. And isn't
that crazy? We got to steal it and took it back.
I remember that. I remember the day it flipped over to an alternative rock station. And then I was like, I believe Imagine Dragons was the first song that played on the Shark. And yesterday, apropos, I don't know if this was by choice, but they made Good Riddance by Green Day, the final song that they played before they flipped on over to AM. And I listened to Hockman and Crowder yesterday, launched this puppy on FM 104.3. And it was mwah. It was good to hear. So it's great it's great because now I can listen to this puppy all the way up where I am. I could take this to the Jupiter Hammerheads game if I wanted to, and I can hear FM 104.3. Pristine, dude. I'm going to be able to listen to Jason Jackson call some Heat games on the road.
Palm Bay, real strong here.
Strong, dude. I'm going to be able to listen to Joe Zagacki wherever the hell I damn well please.
I think that in itself, because when you say South Florida, it's not just South Florida that are Canes fans or Heat fans or whatever, or even Marlins fans, because keep in mind, that was it for South Florida sports for a very long time. And so now people that are up, a little farther north or way south, can actually, hear their favorite team. So it's cool. I like it.
You go into a parking garage, it doesn't leave you.
Or underneath the overpass.
Or underneath an overpass on AM.
You got the slow rolling into that underpass when you're going under like 595. I'm like, what is that?
Yep. No more static. No more if there's a little bit of rain. Maybe we go out. That happens with those anacondas out in the Everglades. No more. We're here. Powerful. It's good.
It's good.
Anyway, we got lots to show to get to here. Let's get to it. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode, just like we did on FM. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. I'll tell you who didn't survive last night. The Marlins. They didn't survive. That was as frustrating a loss this season as there's been.
Yes, because it was like they nickel and dime their way back, and just you kind of had a sense but you always thought, wait, somebody's going to come in and get a big out, and we're going to be good.
It was tough.
It was tough.
I got to be honest with you. My cheeks are looking tight lately because they've been like this the last two games.
At the end,
it's been tough. It's been tough getting through these bullpen innings.
I mean, we had a pitcher had to make a play like he was a Gold Glove shortstop just to get us out of that one. I'm glad they let Yuri pitch more, though.
They did. He did give up a big blast. So, they tried to stretch him into that second time through. We got into the sixth inning, and then he gave a 3-run tater tot. Brought the Braves to within one, and then it was tough sledding for the rest of the boys. Josh Simpson just couldn't get a grip on things, and the Marlins end up losing 8-6 to a Braves team that has been
terrible,
very disappointing this year.
Terrible.
very, very bad. So, look, they got that one. You got Edward Cabrera on the hill today. He's been arguably the Marlins' best pitcher through and through all year. I sit here not being able to explain it. I don't understand. He was as wild a pitcher as it would get. I mean, the guy had amazing stuff his entire career, but they've done something to hone him in this year, and it's been a beautiful thing to watch. So they need
maybe not try to throw 103.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pitch?
He still throws pretty hard. I don't know,
I
but
know.
he's not like a Dominican Brad Penny, but it's one of these where they're trying to, he's just seemed like he's found his comfort zone this year.
I saw you throw a slider or that was like 93 miles an hour. I'm like,
he's ridiculous. No,
holy smoke! Could you what do you do?
He's ridiculous for 22 years old. To have the kind of stuff he has at his size is unbelievable. And then you mark that he's also coming back from injury this year. So it was tough. It was that one hurt. You take losing to the Astros. I mean, they're a very good team, but the Braves have stunk this year. And that one, and I really hate that team. Oh my God, do I hate that team?
Hey, you ain't saying nothing but a thing. You know how New Orleans and Atlanta feel about each other.
I do not. I do not care. I do not care for that franchise at all, dude. So the Marlins will be back at it today. You got Edward Cabrera on the hill against Bryce Elder for Atlanta, and we'll see if they can even this series up. It's a long 4-gamer. The Dolphins, they're going to be having their joint practice today with the Bears.
I like it. It'll be a first. One of the things you get out of these practices, and you try to get guys, like, one of the hardest things to do in sports, no matter what sport it is the excitement of the moment can't deter you from your responsibility. How can you compete while doing the same thing? You see a lot of guys, they call them gamers. That means you have no idea what they're going to do during the week, but then on Sunday, they're going to show up, right? You have those guys. You have some guys who, you wonder if they can play, and then you put them in a competitive situation where you're going against somebody else and outside your comfort zone, and then you kind of start really playing. It happens all the time. So when you practice against other teams, even though it's not a game situation, you kind of get an idea of, one, how much your guys like to compete, and especially your younger guys, right? Because sometimes not knowing what to do makes you hesitant. Mm-hmm. And it looks like you're not giving effort when in fact you're really unsure of what to do. And so all these things kind of get worked out because you're competing against somebody else.
Well, Tyreek Hill yesterday, he did dress for practice, but did most of his work on the side. The Dolphins had a little walkthrough. FM radio. Barry Jackson, per league source, Tyreek Hill's injury is not expected to be long-term. He is doing better. So that's good.
Small tissue, like hammy, like what?
Well, I think they're saying it's lower body, but we're in hockey mode right now. We don't have a true description.
Right. Which is fine. I don't want it to be too vague, but I'm not a fan of telling somebody where you're hurt. Right? It seems counterproductive. It really does.
We'll get some from Mike McDaniel today. He will address the media, and we'll get into a little bit of this first preseason game of what we're going to see. By the way, Game Day Uncensored coming your way this Sunday at 11 a.m. Myself and Alejandro Solana, I think. Is he back from vacation? Where the hell is he? I haven't even heard from him. I assume he's going to be there. Oh, you getting the preseason version? Yeah. I don't know. I'll be there at 11 a.m. to get you guys ready for a little Dolphins Bears action coming on up. Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers, the battle of the backups.
Oh, so Tua's not playing this week?
I don't think that's confirmed, but I think that's what I think everybody assumes. Joe Burrow played a little bit yesterday. Threw some tutties to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how that works. Those guys are really good. Um, I, man, it brought me back to like the worst part of camp, and that is because it's so basic. Running backs struggle during camp, during preseason. A lot of you very rarely until you maybe get to the second or third groups. But when you go in the beginning of a game, very rarely do you see successful running. It's brutal.
Yeah, Ashton Genty did not impress in his debut.
It's not make nothing of it. You're just like basically you're lining up offensively, holding up a card and running a play. You're not game planning for the other team. You're not trying to isolate their best guy and have him with some misdirection or anything like that. You're just lining up and running straight ahead and then yelling at your offensive lineman to compete. That's it. And it's frustrating because a lot of people will say, man, preseason sucks. But then they'll watch preseason and say, this guy sucks. And I'm like, wait, you can't have both ways.
We'll take a break here on FM 104.3 WQAM as we take you up until 2. We are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. You guys can get us there still as well. And on the Audacy, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps. It's all there for you, baby. You got every option. You've never had more options crystal clear to listen to Tobin and Leroy. We are back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Taking you guys up until 2 here on the program. It's a Friday. It's a Vice Shirt Friday. Leroy's got the old classic on. I was thinking today, Leroy, I was like, football season is coming up. Maybe it's time for me to start perusing for some new Vice shirts. I feel like I've been wearing this Old Faithful now for a couple of years.
Yours look like it should glow in the dark.
This one is bright. This one is bright.
It looks like if you turned out the lights, you'd see just like a shirt floating around the room.
I get all these questions now from my kids because they're annoying. And they're like, why do you wear those shirts every Friday? I'm like, you don't understand. Like back in the day, we weren't on these video streams and then everybody could see us all the time. Like we had people who wanted to stop by the radio broadcast at the poker room. And they were like, well, where are you? So we wore these flashy shirts on Fridays because that's when we were doing the shows. I'm like, hey, you'll look for us. We're wearing the Vice shirts.
Right.
That was the whole purpose of it. That's how a tradition was born. They're like, oh. And then like they look at me like three heads. What do you mean no video? My son yesterday was asking me about how internet used to be plug-in. I was like, yeah, that's how it worked. He goes,
as you
he's
signed up.
Yeah, he's like, plug into what? I'm like, the computer. That's what you did.
Yeah, it went over like the phone lines.
He's like, well, what did you do with the wireless? I'm like, it's not a thing. There was no wireless. You're trying to, they look at you like you're strange. Yeah. Commercials, no wireless internet. What is this sorcery? What do you mean? I'm like, you couldn't even be on the phone for internet. If you went on the phone, took out the internet because you were using the phone line.
And you couldn't pause TV.
Nope. Oh, man.
Hey, that commercial break was 2 minutes. Your ass better be back in your seat watching TV in 2 minutes. Otherwise, you're going to miss something.
That's sandwich time to make that happen. Last night, the preseason got underway. The biggest headline of them all was Anthony Richardson. He got lit up.
Oh, wait. Woo. So one of the things that is hard to figure out in these instances, right, was that a sight adjust or did somebody just miss their block? If it was a sight adjust, it's on the quarterback. If it was a blocking mistake, that makes it even worse because now everybody's going to say, hey, dude, you got your quarterback killed.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Those are the things that are hard to fully know. And that's the crazy thing about football is that you'll see something happen and your reaction is to go to the person that is closest. When in actuality, there's probably something else that was going on. And it's hard to explain that to people at times. Like, yeah, it looked like he wasn't looking. If he wasn't looking, it seemed to be a missed block. But he's a young quarterback. Sometimes young quarterbacks, they're either supposed to change the protection because you got to overload over there. Somebody's got to run a sight adjust because he's not going to be blocked. These are all things that you do like during camp and during the week or whatever. And guess what? In a game, if that happened, every team that you play is going to write that rush on a little piece of paper and include it in their game plan.
Isn't it supposed to be like not exotic and things like that? So that seems like if you're getting lit up like that in a preseason.
Well, here's the deal. Every team, every defense throws a blitz out there. And there's a rule on the offensive side of the ball. If you don't pick up the blitz in camp and in preseason, you're going to get blitzed all year. And so everybody makes a conscious effort to pick up these, it might be just a simple twist or, just a odd man rush or, on one side. It's not a fancy blitz. They just throw it out there to see let's see where they at.
Well, I know his finger's not supposed to go in that direction.
No, yeah.
That was, he's got the ball dinger finger.
Yep. And the problem is it's on his throwing hand.
Was it on his throwing hand?
I think so.
I thought, I saw that he was day to day. I think that he's
day to day, then it's on the other.
Yeah, I think it was, I think he's going to be back.
Left.
Okay. I think it was on his left hand.
Yep. So you know what that means. Number shotgun. Yeah. But yeah, it's like there's certain parts of camp where like the situation, like you kind of have an idea of what's a blitz situation, right? And so we're getting the huddle and say, hey, yo, watch out for the funny business, because this might be our moment to avoid this all year. And you talk about it.
It was his throwing hand.
Yeah.
Looking at it right now, it's not supposed to turn like that.
The problem is how a dude that big always getting hurt.
Yeah, that's a big question. What's up with that? He's always hurt.
It's a fluke thing. Like, you can't explain it. Like, you can't explain sometimes how some guy's injury prone, and you have a guy half his size who never gets hurt ever.
It's weird. It's a strange thing, but he seems to get banged up all the time. But you want to know something? Like, look, I hope that he has a speedy recovery. Colts, like, look, I'm sorry to tell you, this is what happens when for 20 years you have Peyton Manning and you have Andrew Luck. Like, it's not easy to find the replacement, dude.
Hey, they got, you know who else gets lucky like that? There's certain teams where they've had a NFL quarterback in the reins for 30 plus years. Indianapolis and Green Bay.
Yep.
Like, you got to go to was it Magic? Before Brett Favre took over, was the last time they didn't have a quarterback. Think about that. You're talking about early
very charmed life. It's a very charmed life.
Right.
I don't think look at Cleveland. Cleveland is still like, I don't know, that guy with the list on his back.
That's how many quarterbacks he sacked.
No, I'm talking. No. You're thinking of Myles Garrett. You're thinking of the trench coat. You don't know about there's a famous Browns fan.
Oh, that puts all the quarterbacks.
He has all the quarterbacks on his back.
It's all over. They like if you go on game day, you're gonna see one of those shirts.
Now listen, the Dolphins replacing Marino has been but they've at least had some like Tannehill Tua.
I mean, the best
breaks.
Wait, how about this? Before Tua, can we say the best quarterback has been Jay Fiedler?
Yeah, I would say so.
Right.
I would say so. But there's still been a lot of stops in the meanwhile. Like, there's been a lot of Cleo Lemons and Jay Cutlers.
Yeah, it's a hard.
It's
a hard. One of the reasons that makes getting a quarterback so difficult is that you might only have a serviceable quarterback and not an elite quarterback. And it doesn't mean,
Chad's correctly mentioning the year of Pennington, of course, too. His near MVP season of not turning over the football.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it's not only, everybody doesn't get a great quarterback, but what happens is say if you have a slightly above average quarterback that nobody really likes, you always think you can go get another one, and then what happens? You got to pay that guy, and now you're not paying. A all-world quarterback, but you're paying top dollar for a quarterback, and then that kind of skews it.
Love everybody. Thank you for filling the chat with Dante Culpepper, Gus Farrat, and Brock Osweiler. Everybody, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the memories.
I was with Dante last week.
You were?
Remember when I went to that golf thing? I was with Dante.
Oh, you saw him with Lusaka Polite?
Yep, I saw Sweet Lou. There's some guys there.
Kentucky Finn says, just hearing the name Pat White makes my skin crawl.
Well, I mean, when I hear Pat White, I get a headache because I feel like I'm about to get concussed because he was knocked into he was knocked like when Hulk when Hulk the lady took Hulk and knocked him out of his own body. Yeah, when he was going to get the stones, boom.
I mean, I don't like this part of preseason. Now everybody's just hitting us with every quarterback that scarred them.
Well,
my point is with the Colts. Like, look, this is what it's like, Colts. I'm sorry, you're at that point of your franchise.
Everybody goes through it.
Everybody goes through it. And I there's a little bit that's kind of thought to me like this is what they get for booing Andrew Luck for retiring. Like when Andrew Luck, they booed his ass. And remember, like he didn't get to announce it. They all found out and he started getting booed as he walked off the field. Kind of feels like a karmatic full circle thing as to why this hasn't been figured out. And you've had to go with Phillip Rivers and Joe Flacco and Matt Ryan on their last legs. And now you have Daniel Jones versus Anthony Richardson.
Think about this. I'm trying to think. Would you say Jacksonville has had, since Dan Marino, a better stretch of quarterbacks than the Dolphins up until maybe now?
Absolutely not.
No?
Just what, like the run of David Garrard? I mean, they had Blake Bortles, total bum.
No, I'm talking
Blaine
about before
Gabbert.
that, though. We're talking about like when they were.
Are you talking, I mean, they have Mark Brunell and David Garrard. That's it.
No,
That's their list.
All right. Take it back. I mean, look, it's a hard position. The thing is that we take for granted that even if you get the right quarterback, if you get a talented quarterback, he still needs to be in the right system, and all the other pieces around him kind of need to be in place. Otherwise, you're not getting the most out of your quarterback. So if your defense is bad, if your O-line is bad, if you don't have a running game. So while you might have that quarterback, if the team is not ready for that quarterback, then it looks like that quarterback is bad.
It's crazy. We'll take a break here on the show. We got preseason. Got to talk about who's got to show us something. That's next.
Oh.
All right, welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Good to be with y'all on our new frequency on FM radio 104.3. Shout out to everybody up here in my neck of the woods up in Palm Beach. Shout out to the power of this signal and how far it stretches all over the place. It is exciting. It was great news yesterday. If you guys didn't hear the big open, we'll have that for you coming up in about 15 minutes. Because that is, oh, man, I love that football voice guy that we have. I think his name is Earl. I love that guy, man.
Earl.
I love giving Galen a list of names. I'm like, can you just have him say this?
I don't know. I'll try.
I don't know if he'll do it. He's a professional. I got him to say Goosies, though. So,
yeah, in 7 different ways.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Sure did. Should be the
I think, you know what? It's funny because I think if people meet us, they're more inclined to do the silly stuff or without knowing who it is, just randomly doing it.
Oh, man. Crazy. All right. We got preseason game numero uno coming up here. It's time to play our favorite game, Leroy.
Oh, it's your favorite game. Just say it.
Got to show me a little something.
Just wait. Oh, football music.
Yeah, dude. Wow. All right, we'll go around. All right, Brittany, I hope you have somebody who's got to show you a little something as well. Here's what we got. All right. We got game number 1. Who's got to show you a little something? A little something. All right. And not the obvious characters all the time, but I think I know who you're going to go with. I'm going to go first, though. Here's who's got to show me a little something. Taj Washington, you got to show me a little something, dude.
What?
You were injured last year, all right? Lincoln Riley told me at Lucas Oil Stadium that you were his favorite player. I didn't get to see you play last year. I saw one highlight for you, and Taj Washington, you got to show me a little something. Leroy?
I love the way you just nonchalantly throw it to me. Like, it's not even about a player. And I'm going to stick with this. Sometimes physicality has more to do with the coaches than the players. It has to do with the mentality that you go into calling a game, the mentality in which you go into the demands you put on your team. I want this team to get back to run the ball the way they ran the ball when Mike first got here. For whatever reason. They haven't done it. To the jackass in football who says that the short pass is just an extended run, I'm going to tell you what. You're wrong.
Okay, but so are you saying Ollie Gordon got to show me a little something?
Mike McDaniel. Because if he don't call the runs and he don't stay consistent with the runs and he doesn't show this team that we need to be more physical, then it don't matter what the players do because they ain't gonna be in the right frame of mind.
Okay. All right.
And I've been consistent with this. So it's not nothing new. If you've heard me talk and heard the things I've said about Mike McDaniel and where he's come from and how this is kind of a little bit far from run game guru, then we all know it. We all know it. Say it with your chest. We all know what needs to happen this year. We all know what needs to change for this team to be successful. We've seen this team successful throwing the football, and it's ironic when they were successful throwing the football, they were one of the best running teams in the league. Go figure that out.
Wow. All right. Fair enough. Brittany, who needs to show you a little something on Sunday?
I need to see some stuff from our backup QBs. That's what I need.
Because they're all backup QBs. So just say QB.
Yeah. You know what? Leroy, you took the words out of QB position. I want to see what Ewers has. I want to see what Zach Wilson has. You know, it's been proven to us in the past that we need a solid backup QB for this team. So I'm excited to see what I'm not excited. Excited is the wrong word. I'm nervous, but I need to see some good play from them, please.
One would say, though, would you say, Brittany, does Quinn Ewers need to show you a little something more, or does Zach Wilson need to show you something a little more?
Time out.
I'm just asking the
Take
question.
a break for this for 1 second.
What?
Why are you making us answer the question like you want to?
Well, you guys have been very vast in your answers.
I'm going with the position.
What do you need to see?
With that.
Right.
Just asking you to rank them.
These quarterbacks are going to play.
Just rank them.
They rank them.
Who would you like to see a little something from more?
Dude.
I think Zach Wilson, because he's going to be the backup. So
agreed.
So I need to see more from him. But again, in the past, we've seen that we might need to dip a little bit more into our backup QB. So I want to see from Ewers as well, because I think like there could be a potential where he takes, the second string away. Not going to lie. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Stop making us answer the question like you wanted answered.
Here's who else has to show me a little something. Here's who else has to show me a little something.
Who?
Tanner Connor. You got to show me a little something, dude.
Wow.
I mean, let's be honest. You've been on this team for a hot minute right now. You got a retired guy trying to take your gig. He hasn't even stepped foot on the field. If you're not going to show me a little something this Sunday, when are you going to show me a little something? The intangibles wonder himself. Where is he from? Idaho? Idaho State? It's time for this guy to show me a little something.
That's tight end country right there.
Tanner Connor's got to show me a little something, Leroy. These tight ends.
I mean, yeah, I tell you, I got one more for you. And this is out of just straight fear. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this, but it's because I have no idea. And I'm not going to say a player, because the player that I want to say probably ain't even playing, which is nothing new for him. Cornerback.
Oh, man.
And I would say I need to see something out of Cam Smith, but so do the Dolphins.
Yeah, you'll see. Oh, I don't even know if you will see it.
Right? That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said position, right? I do believe that their success is going to be predicated more on the success of the front seven than their overall talent. If you know what I'm saying, right? You don't need Ty Law or Rob Woodson playing in your secondary if you have the equivalent to what the Giants used to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, right? Constant pressure on the quarterback, speeding him up, getting some hits on him. Then that secondary ain't got to cover as much, and the secondary will look better if you get pressure on the quarterback. But that being said, name the top 4 DBs. DBs in general.
I'm gonna go.
We ain't even talk about quarterback.
Minka.
Okay.
Storm Duck.
Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna guess a Fatu Malafanu, but I mean I couldn't. If he came into this room right now and slapped me in the face, I wouldn't know who it was.
Right.
But I should expect something.
That's my point. Why I said position instead of people, because we have no idea. I mean, what about Bonner?
Oh, Ethan. Yeah, but Ethan Bonner's already shown me a little something.
Yeah,
I don't know if I need to see a little more. I've already seen a little bit.
You think like he could show out and kind of move himself into that top 5 of the DBs where he's the nickel corner and maybe he works his way up to being more of a corner? I don't know. Like, there's so many questions at that position.
It's just, for me, I don't think Ethan Bonner lives on Eric Ezukama Lane, but he could probably rent it as an Airbnb as a preseason wonder. He needs to show me a little something in the regular season. For preseason, I don't know if it's going to give me the Goosies.
Here's the problem with him. And I'm going to tell you that everybody talked about how fast he was, right? That we didn't pay much attention to how well he was playing the position. So hopefully over the time he's gotten more technical and he can use his speed to benefit from it. So, I mean, they brought him in based on this guy is an athlete. He can run. He can do this. And now it's a matter of working on his technique. And so I think, look, there's been a lot of stars that have revealed themselves with injuries, and they moved up the list, not because they were better, but because they didn't have any bodies and they earned a position.
Would you
So
agree
it's possible.
Would you agree that Eric Azukama could put up 200 receiving yards and you won't believe it?
Yeah, because he does that every year.
Does it every year?
You know who else used to do that when I played?
Hmm.
Went to Jacksonville.
Yeah, but he was but he ended up being a very good player.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like every camp, he was the last cut, and he ended up with almost 1,000 catches.
Brittany, does anybody else need to show you a little something?
Honestly, I have not been too keen on like preseason, so I can't really tell you anything else. Biggest for me is quarterback. Honestly, like I mean, I'd like to see the secondary, but it's hard to kind of tell when like the starters aren't really starting in preseason games. So I would like to see a lot from the defense in the secondary position, like Leroy says. But mostly for me, it's quarterbacks. Like that's really where I like to see in preseason is what our backups are looking like.
So, just a quick. You know you're in a bad spot if you think the reason why you weren't as successful is because you didn't have a solid backup, right?
Well, the backups were really bad last year.
They were bad. They were
really bad last year.
I'm not saying they weren't bad, but I'm saying if you get to the end of your season and say the reason why we weren't successful is because we didn't have a quality backup.
Listen, I'm going based off of like what I've been shown the last 2 seasons, which is having a strong backup is very important on this team with Tua as our quarterback. I don't wish harm upon Tua. I hope that he makes it through the whole season. I hope we don't have to go to the backup, but
hope.
It's exactly the hope gets you absolutely nowhere. So for me, though, a lot of the reason why we didn't have success last season was because we didn't have a solid backup quarterback. So that is why it's so important that we have a solid backup quarterback. And that's why I will be watching on Sunday looking at those backup quarterbacks.
That's frightening. Like, that's frightening. That you're like, you need a solid backup. But I think when you bring in a backup and go, oh, this guy used to be a starter, like, okay, that's it. That's it. You might have a young guy like Quinn Ewers might actually show something, and there's been guys to work their way up either through injuries or just the thing that got them drafted so late in the draft is the thing that they, excel at.
Right. And nothing would make me happier than Quinn Ewers kicking his ass, and then they could just flip Zach Wilson somewhere else. Like, so maybe they just be like, hey, does anybody else want
Zach Wilson?
I don't not like Zach Wilson. I wish him no success, but it's not like, I don't have a lot of faith in Zach Wilson.
That is kind of the most, like, I got to tell you, there's a couple things you do that I just.
What?
I wish him no success.
Yeah.
You say that about, and I know why you say it.
Right.
But it just still.
You started off by saying, I don't not like him, but I wish him absolutely no
I wish him no success. But you understand. I don't understand why you guys.
Because if he has no success, that means Tua played the whole season.
Exactly, dude.
Exactly. But it still sounds, you do it all the time. It still sounds ridiculous. It really does.
I don't think it does.
Can you imagine that? Like, look, just imagine you break up with a girlfriend and you see her on Facebook, she's happy, and you didn't want to be with her. And you're like, look, I wish the best for her. I wish him no success. But, like, it's just like, oh.
We'll take a break here on the show. Our Tua on FM 104.3 WQAM is next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM, streaming live on the Audacy, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps. And now, of course, simulcasting on this powerful FM dial, 104.3. Very, very exciting. That dropped yesterday, 2 o'clock, right after the show. Everybody's being very secretive around me. Shh. By the way, I figured things out anyway. I was like, anytime I get that look from Glenn, I know something's up. He thinks I don't know after this many years what the something's up look is. I can read him like a book, dude.
And then, I don't know. I just really wish you would go to the meeting.
Well, you found out a day before everyone else, no?
I figured it out. He was being too squirrely around me, but then when he called me, he's like, "Hey, I need you to." I'm like, "All right, something's happened." I'm like, "This is either I'm fired or we're changing." Look, when you get the announcement out of nowhere, Brittany, this is how it's going to work. You're either changing formats, you're moving stations, or you're fired. That's how it's going to work.
Hey, when you get fired, you're going to the glass room.
You go into the fish tank.
Yeah.
Well, like he texted me like the day before and he was like, "Hey, I don't know if you saw, but we have a meeting with Claudia." Like just me personally. He said, "We have a meeting with Claudia. Blah, blah, like, make sure to have like a segment recorded." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
No,
yeah, I don't
already.
know.
By the way, already took care of that. Because I told Tobin, I said, "I'll go. So we have a representative and then you can just hold the show down."
Thank you.
And
I'd meet the teacher today. It was very important.
And then Lynn said, "Oh, well, you guys have a." I'm like, "No."
By the way, this
need to be there.
This meet the teacher. All traffic rules and they go out the window because this parking lot at my son's school, they don't got enough parking spaces. So people are parked up on fire hydrants. They're parking on top of each other. It's
fire hazard.
chaos.
School parking. Here's when it's also the worst. Pickup. Because there's 2 ways you can do pickup, especially at this high school at Western where there's 4,000 kids, right? You can pull in and go around the loop-de-loop and just pick your kid up from in front of the school. Or you can park outside and have them walk to the car.
When does Broward start? Does Broward start next week too, or not in a week?
Next week.
Man, I need to put my eye black on before Monday's traffic.
So you gotta put your game face.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be brutal. Like for me, it's not terrible, right? Because I timed it up to where when I go by was that Central?
Talking about Miami Central?
Miami Central's right there.
Yeah.
I go by right after they are in school.
Yeah.
So I can avoid that. And then after work, you gotta go when it's in school because they let out at like at 2:15 is when you have all of the traffic, the lights.
Let's get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. The number 1 Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monsters and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Marlins, they blew a 4-run lead. They fall to the Braves 8-6. Series continues today with Edward Cabrera on the hill for Miami. He goes up against Bryce Elder for Atlanta. we'll see what's going on. I'm thinking about catching a Hammerheads game tomorrow. I was thinking about catching a little minor league ball tomorrow.
I think what's crazy is that the Marlins haven't lost a game like that.
Yeah, no,
and it's just like it didn't feel good.
Didn't feel good. I hate
but
that team.
it's not a normal occurrence. So I'm gonna just go ahead on and treat it as a one-off, and get ready for the night.
The bullpen was really nails for a while. It's been,
and I hope here's the problem.
A little shaky lately.
They're gonna need a lot of bullpen because they played 10 games in 9 days or something like that.
No,
so
they got that time.
Like they're gonna need the bullpen. So I hope this isn't going to be a situation where the bullpen starts struggling and they go in the tank.
No, they need a big one from Cabrera tonight for sure. To if he can get them through 6 at least, hopefully 7. I mean, it used to be like, oh yeah, I need you to get me through 7, but it's 2025. I don't think that's reasonable anymore in baseball. Doesn't seem like it. The Dolphins, they got a joint practice with the Bears today. They are gearing up for their first preseason game. Ben Johnson, Bears coach, he told their in-house podcast that Caleb Williams will not be playing in the first preseason game.
Hey, Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. That dude need all the quarterback and he could get. Like, I don't know, what did you see the last couple of years that make you think he got it? He ain't got it. He ain't got it yet. He needs some reps. Like, we get ready for football. Like, you know damn well that quarterback ain't ready. You better get him some game reps.
Not against the Finns.
What are they doing?
I don't know, dude.
What are you protecting him from? You ain't protecting him from nothing. He ain't played quarterback yet.
I'm sure. Maybe because he saw what happened to Richardson yesterday. He goes, I don't think he could take that kind of a hit. He's tiny.
And he is listen. There's certain quarterbacks. There's only been a handful of quarterbacks that have been successful holding the football, and they all are built like mooses. Ben Roethlisberger. Like, that dude just hold on to the ball as long as he want to, because even if you got there, you couldn't get his big tail down. Right?
Yep.
There's a couple of guys that hold on to the ball a while.
Be honest, Posh. Are you going to be tuned in tonight to the Browns preseason game? You intrigued a little bit? You going to find an NFL network?
I think I might take a little looky-loo because I got to. Well, because when I go start talking about them,
right?
And I don't really like doing it in the preseason. However, I mean, they got more quarterbacks in the room. They got enough quarterbacks to kind of service all of the AFC, right? Like, they got a lot of quarterbacks in that room. I would say this, that if I had one thing that I would like to see, because Shedeur is going to play, I would say, and I said this when they were coming out of college, like I said, I take Cam Ward. And I'm a little biased because I've seen him make on-time throws. I have not seen Shedeur do that. So as they go to the next level, I know I would trust Cam a little bit more simply because I've seen him make the timely throws that are necessary in the NFL. Now, it doesn't mean Shedeur can't do it or hasn't done it. But if I see him now drop back, stay within the pocket, make solid throws, right? Then I'm going to say, okay, they got something here. But if he starts running around and doing the stuff he did at Colorado, then I could say, okay, I see why, because he needs some work on
what have you made? Because a lot of people have weighed in. I believe RG3 has kind of put this out there that they feel like he's being set up to fail, that Shedeur is being put out there, left out in the cold, that he's, hasn't gotten any practice reps, and now he's going to be put out there in front of the world, and he's going to be made to look bad.
So I would say this, that you look at it as an opportunity to go out there and put in a position to fail. And I look at it as if he can succeed under these circumstances, then there'll be a lot of eyebrows being raised that, we got something here.
Right.
And so, like, when you think about, let's talk about some of the quarterbacks. Tom Brady didn't start off playing with the first unit. He was a fourth quarter quarterback. let's look at who's the quarterback in San Fran. He was
Purdy.
Purdy. Brock Purdy was an afterthought, right? Tony Romo, when he got to the league, he was an afterthought.
Yeah, but there is a difference in who the familiarity with Shedeur. Like that's the difference. He's coming in, and there's people who are going to have eyeballs on him naturally. Like Brock Purdy, if Brock Purdy stunk up the joint, like nobody would have batted an eye. Oh, he's Mr. Irrelevant.
He's like Skylar Thompson.
Right. So right. I'm with you. I think if you're Shedeur Sanders, like you weren't going to have this opportunity. The door's now open for you. I feel like this is a good thing for him.
Look, it's and even more important is we tend to look at this as a success or failure type of thing. And RG3 says they're putting him in a bad position for success. But I would say that the test is not how many passes you complete or how you move the football in this situation. The test might be how you handle yourself. Do you handle yourself as a NFL quarterback in spite of the circumstances that you've been put into a game? And I think that's the bigger test. Like, because think of some of the things they've said about him. Oh, he's this, he's that. Okay, if he goes out there and handles himself accordingly and rallies his team and people start following, that is more of an indication of whether he can be an NFL quarterback other than going out and going 5 for 5 against guys that may not be playing on Sunday.
Brittany, you intrigued at all watching Shedeur tonight? Is that tickle your fancy at all?
I am. It does, because I was kind of on the train of people that was like, I kind of feel bad for the kid. I know a lot of people want to hate on him, but I don't know. I feel bad for him. So I hope that he goes out there and kind of proves people wrong a little bit and plays a good game. I don't think he's as bad as a lot of people like to make him out to be. But he was named the 4th string, so it's kind of like tough to feel like he was showing anything. So I would hate to think that they set him up for failure, but I hope that he goes out there and kind of, silences some people.
I think this is an opportunity, right? Like you can't in life, and I tell people this all the time, like you can't plan for your opportunity. You don't know when that opportunity is going to come. It just kind of sometimes shows up, and you can complain about it and say, oh, I should be with this group and I should have these players out here with me. Or you can just go out and perform. And so I think a lot of the scenarios that we are setting up are more of the test than is success and failure on the field.
Many great stories have been written about this. I mean, you think about Varsity Blues, Willie Beeman, any given Sunday. Do you not remember that? I mean, he came. I don't want your life.
No. Look, first of all, like, why do you do?
He
this?
was the backup quarterback.
No. Why do you do this to me?
Well, I'm just saying. Many Hollywood stories have been written about this.
We having good football conversation about what needs to be said, and then you bring up Varsity Blues
because he was the backup, right?
I don't care.
And the other guy,
it's a movie.
A great movie. John Boyd.
No, it's not.
It was a great movie. Don't say
Varsity Blues when the dude went and laid in the street.
Did he lay in the street?
Oh, that's Friday Lights. Friday.
Yeah, that sounds like a Friday. That sounds like Friday Night Lights. No. Varsity Blues was Whipped Cream Bikini, Texas football, and you had the nefarious John Voight as the head coach, who was going to poison and stick a needle in one of the kid's knees, and it was going to ruin his scholarship chances.
Only reason why I know of him is because he's Angela Jolie's father.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, Schmeathan's right. Don't forget about Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
Now, let me be clear. Remember the Titans is one of my favorite movies. Why? Based on a real story.
So is Varsity Blues.
No, it's not. Dude, like
Willie Beeman was 3rd string quarterback.
That's almost as excited as I got when I saw a real road runner. Right?
Oh. How could I Chase so spot on by you? This is better than the Dolphins bus segments. How could we forget Shane Falco in The Replacements? Keanu Reeves.
They also had cheerleaders with no drawers on. What are you
It was
doing?
based on a true story still.
It was based on the strike.
Was.
Oh, the strike. Oh, yeah, no. Stop. But why do you take my sports knowledge, crumble it up, and throw it in a silly sauce bag, and then reach out and come out with something different?
So
we were having such a good conversation about what we need to see.
Right.
And then you go, yeah, like Varsity Blues. Like, just ruin it. You were like, really? I used to be a professional.
Take a break right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Tobin and Leroy back with more after this. Welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We'll take you guys up until 2 here on the program. You wise want to go see? You guys wise, huh? Yeah, welcome to FM, everybody. Broadcast professional here. How'd you guys like to go see the Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December? It's easy to enter. Just log on to the Audacy app. You listen to WQM for 1 hour, and you're entered. For more chances, listen every day, and you might win. The winner receives round-trip airfare to Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Audacy app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to audacy.com/Zach. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group. Man, speaking of Vegas, Leroy, I got to tell you, I saw Canelo was like kind of full go in camp right now. I'm so excited for him versus Terence Crawford, dude. Oh my goodness. We're like 6 weeks away. 6 weeks away from that. I cannot wait. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Canelo looks fired up, but I think I got Crawford. I think Crawford's going to pull this off, dude.
You think?
I think he's going to pull this off.
All right. That's what they all started singing. Mungia.
I know, but man, this is one of the best boxers walking the planet. And any guy who's had a little slick skill or something to really frustrate Canelo, that's a problem. And he's not going to knock him out. He's not going to knock him out. I don't know if he'll knock him down. Canelo's got a chin made of vibranium. Like it's ridiculous. His chin.
Yeah, but ridiculous. You don't like, man. I mean, Crawford's really good.
Crawford's got so many. He's got so many things at his disposal.
That last fight, when the one we went to.
Oh, the Errol Spence fight.
It just changed. Like to see it firsthand, how he just picked him apart. But Canelo, like, man, I'm not just going to dismiss Canelo.
I'm not dismissing him.
But I will say this: I can't think of. Has Canelo fought anybody on the same level as Errol Spence? Recently.
Recently, no. Has he? Yeah, I'd say Gennady Golovkin. He's fought in Floyd. He's fought
years ago.
I understand it was years ago.
So, like,
best guy he's taken on recently has been Bivol, and Bivol beat him.
Yeah, but he went up in class.
He did. He went up in weight class. That is true.
I mean, Munguia, does that? No.
Nah. Munguia's a nice fighter. I wouldn't put him with Errol Spence.
Because I mean,
Errol Spence isn't what he was after the car accident, which it's crazy that he even walked away from that. And I still don't even know. Like, we don't know quite the ramifications of his life that happened from that car accident, because that was pretty it was crazy. I mean, I can't believe he walked away from that thing. You remember that video?
I mean, we saw pictures of the car.
We saw the video of the car going.
The video of the car.
It looked like a movie.
Right. It looked like Fast Five.
Yep, it was crazy. But man, I can't wait for that fight. Got the Goosies, man. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. By the way, we've gone this long in the show and have not mentioned well wishes.
McRib is back?
No, not the McRib. No. I don't like the McRib.
I don't either. Like, come on, you know me. I'm a rib guy. I'm a real rib guy. Make my own McRibs.
This is tough news, but veteran cornerback Eli Apple has been released by the 49ers.
He couldn't even make it a week.
Come on, man.
Oh, dude, you probably living in Ohio. You flew all the way out there to San Fran, and they saw you guard one guy and say,
nope.
Probably hit him with the dome move.
Jeez. Yeah, like that's 10 days it lasted. Oof. They're like, listen, Eli.
You gotta know. Let me tell you something. If you're a football player and somebody bring you out there and how they bring you out there, you gotta know the difference between I'm going out there to play for San Francisco and they just want to see if I got anything left. You gotta know that.
looks like he has nothing left. Not that he had much left when he was even here.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you. He had a sip of water and he drank it 2 years ago. They ain't no.
I guess we know now why the Dolphins didn't call old Eli Apple and say, hey, we need a cornerback. I guess now we know.
Yeah, y'all making fun of me. Everybody making fun of me. It seems like the whole league feels like Leroy does.
Seems
now,
like it.
Keep in mind, we would have been in our separate corners if he hadn't badmouthed my city.
Yep.
That's how it all started. So for you guys who why are you always on Eli Apple? Eli Apple started. Eli Apple started this by trashing my city, talking about the food ain't that good. To which I replied, the food would have tasted better if you would have played better cornerback.
You got him. That was probably, honestly, it was the start of his downfall. You started the end of his career.
No, he started the end of his career. Double move. If he was a bass, he'd have like scars on his lip from getting caught all the time.
One other piece of NFL news that's pretty brutal, but the Chargers lost their left tackle, Rashawn Slater, to a ruptured patellar tendon. Suffered it in practice.
You know what that is, right? In the front, right? Pop. That's it.
Just 11 days ago, he signed a $113 million contract extension with $92 million guaranteed.
Ooh.
Made him the highest paid offensive lineman by average annual pay in the NFL. And he went down in practice. And I got to imagine that Jim Harbaugh had himself a warm glass of milk last night to soak in that one.
Coaches don't really think like that.
He loves his lineman, dude.
He loves his lineman, but coaches also think about, all right, look, it's camp. I got to find somebody else. I got to keep it moving because in the end, regardless of what your injury situation is, fans do not care. All they care about is whether you're winning or losing. So you got to find somebody else. It sucks because you weren't counting on somebody else. You was counting on your $100 million lineman, but it's the nature of the beast.
Brutal injury for them. We'll take a break. When we come back, we tickle Leroy's fancy. Next. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy's. Are you excited, Leroy?
I am. There's a few things out there that I want to see this weekend.
All right, here we go, Leroy. Tonight, preseason. The Detroit Lions take on the Atlanta Falcons at 7 o'clock. Tickle your fancy? Why not?
Listen, I'm going to force myself to watch 2 preseason games this weekend. You ain't getting me to watch a different one.
Dude, come on. You got to watch the Lions set the tone. They got new coordinators. Hendon Hooker is going to play for them tonight. You got Easton Stick on the other side for the Falcons.
I appreciate all of you doing to try to sell it, but that dog ain't going to hunt.
What?
We good.
What do you mean the dog ain't going to hunt?
That's what I said. We chilling.
Okay. Fair enough. What about tonight, also at 7 o'clock on NFL Network? Your Cleveland Browns take on the Carolina Panthers, who will also play their starters tonight. You will see Bryce Hall and them boys get out up there at Bank of America Stadium. Does Browns-Panthers with Shedeur Sanders under center tickle your fancy?
Yeah, I'm going to kick the tires on that for a while. I don't know how long.
Tickled.
It is preseason, but I just want to see his overall demeanor, how he handles himself, how he, kind of puts it together, because he's proven he's a winner. And I think a lot of that gets lost with abilities as far as arm strength, speed, agility, and all that. And we overlook that guy's just a gamer. So I want to see that.
What about at 7:30? Commanders at Patriots. Drake May's going to play tonight. And hold on. Before you say no. Tom Brady gets his statue unveiled tonight at Gillette Stadium. Tickle your fancy?
No.
Really?
No.
You don't want to see if it has angles?
You know what, Patriots fans? Do it during the regular season game.
Well, he's working. He's the number one guy. I imagine they're doing it tonight.
They'll have a Monday night football game or a Thursday night football game.
Will they? I don't know if they will. I mean, they're the Patriots.
Everybody has to have a Monday night game and a Thursday night game now.
Maybe Tom Brady is too locked in that he's like, no, let's do a preseason game.
Or here's an interesting concept. Why don't they plan around one of the games that he does and do it there then? Yeah, exactly.
Busy. He's locked in. All right. Well, sorry. I thought I was going to get you.
No, happy for him, but no, I'm not watching it.
It doesn't sound like you're happy for him at all.
I am happy for him.
What about Saturday at 1 o'clock? The New York Giants take on the Buffalo Bills, Leroy.
I told you.
Not tickled.
The fact that you're getting me to watch 2 preseason games in one weekend, that's an accomplishment.
But you need a Saturday game. There's got to be a Saturday game that brings you in.
No, I don't. You know what? I'm watching the playoffs.
What playoffs?
Golf.
All day?
No, I watch it like I watch golf. I get a juice, I get some snacks, I doze in and out of consciousness and pick up where I left off. That's Saturday, baby.
Sounds like a fancy way to take a nap.
It is. But guess what? The great thing about golf is if you get up and say, what happened? It's like they're listening to you. Here's how we got here. Catch you right on up.
All right, what about this? I feel like this one's going to get you.
And when you say that, it means absolutely not.
4 o'clock. The Houston Texans visit the Minnesota Vikings. And of course, we will get to see J.J. McCarthy in action as he takes over the reins in Minnesota.
4 o'clock?
Texans are going to play their starters. Tickle your fancy?
No.
Come on. You're a little intrigued.
Dude, I'm not into football all day mode.
Yeah, but the thing that, you don't have to watch the whole
I'm in
game.
preseason too. I'm in preseason. That means I'm not flipping through a whole bunch of channels. That means I'm not watching games from start to finish, right? Look, I might give you a quarter or a couple of series. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting my tolerance up.
Well, that is in essence tickle my fancy. Like, can I get you go peekaboo?
No,
you know, and be
no.
like, hey, I'm in.
Not because I don't know how much of the Browns game I'm gonna watch, and then I'm gonna watch the Dolphins.
What about Cowboys Rams?
No,
Steelers Jags?
no.
Ooh,
I mean, I would. I tell you what. Somebody please hit me up because they say Aaron Rodgers looks real slow, and I said no, he looks 40. Who
says that? Who says you can't just throw that out there without people? What do you mean people? Who's saying that?
You use people.
Who's
them
saying that?
People? Them same people say.
Yeah, but you hate Aaron Rodgers. You could just be throwing that out nefariously.
Hey, people.
Brittany, have you heard anybody say Aaron Rodgers is looking slow in camp?
No, I have not seen anything.
Can anybody corroborate this? Corroborate.
I'm gonna mark it.
No. Welcome to FM.
You've had a tough transition today, Tobin. You've had a tough transition.
No.
First of all, I'm glad it wasn't me because and I just picture Marcos going, you really said corroborate?
I definitely got caught shot. You were like, it's like a shoplifter who's like, oh, he just totally got shown on camera getting caught.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
Anyway, what the hell was I talking about?
I don't know.
Has anybody else heard that Leroy Hoard's claim that Aaron Rodgers is looking slow?
So here's what happens as you get older. Your ability to extend plays and make plays, scrambling a little bit gets lost. Doesn't mean you can't throw the football. It doesn't mean that you can't. But some of the things that enabled you to become who you are, you tend to lose. And what Aaron Rodgers was a guy who could avoid a sack, make a throw in any angle that you needed an accurate throw, and throw it downfield with accuracy. And so that is the thing. Right. And so, yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to just watch a game to see a guy have no success. I don't wish no success on people like you do. I just won't watch.
You don't want to see Travis Hunter? Doesn't tickle your fancy to see Travis Hunter tonight?
No.
Or tomorrow night?
No.
Mm-hmm. What about 7:30?
Mm-hmm.
Titans and Cam Ward against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You teased me there. You teased me. You showed me a preview.
Come on. Come on. They got all tested at camp this week.
Let me explain something to you. I am not.
You're only not tickled by principle. You're tickled.
I'm not. You're correct. I'm not watching preseason football like that.
Brittany, you want to see Cam Ward in action?
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Come on, dude.
100%. That tickles my fancy. Yep.
No.
A little Restrepo fighting for a roster spot?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
No. And that all that being said, if I should happen to come across it, then maybe, but I'm not looking for it.
RVA Richie says it best, dude. A little looky-loo. That's it.
That's what I'm saying, but I ain't going to look for it, right? It's like if something else is on the commercial and I flick through the channels and they go, oh, Cam. Yeah, I'll take a look.
What about Jets, Packers?
No.
Fancy, not tickled.
Totally fair. I'm not even tickled by that one. Oof. Chiefs, Cardinals?
Nope.
What about Broncos, 49ers?
No. You go through a whole schedule. It's not just get the Sunday, do Dolphins and Chicago. I'm gonna say yeah.
I mean, we gotta, I gotta show you the whole menu. I'm kind of like, you got to be polite to me as a waiter. Like, I got to get through the specials. It's part of the job.
These aren't specials, dude.
They're not.
These
specials.
aren't specials. No.
This is
right now. Right now, you say we offer a multitude of beers, and you start me off with Bud Light. That's it.
You ever have a pushy waiter who wants you to get through the specials? Like,
No.
I already know what I want. It's like,
I know what I want. That's like we do that all the time. Like the specials, I go there for a certain thing. The specials never get me.
What about Sunday, 1:00? The Miami Dolphins take on the Chicago Bears.
Yep. I will look.
My fancy is tickled.
And it has nothing for me to do with the players, just with the mentality of the overall group. You'll know. You know if your team is physical. And that's all I want to see.
We will not see Caleb Williams in this game for the Bears. Their other quarterbacks are Tyson Bagent, Case Keenum.
Hey,
Case Keenum is still doing it?
Case Keenum, didn't he play in the Orange Bowl in like 2001?
Jeez. 37 years old, Case Keenum. Still got those 80s babies in the NFL. All right. Him and Flacco. And Calais Campbell. That's probably the list.
No. What about Aaron Rodgers?
And Rodgers, yeah.
Like, jeez.
I don't like bringing him up too much around you.
Really?
Yep. What?
Okay.
Somebody named Austin Reed is their fourth quarterback.
Wow. He's double dipping?
Okay. What is the golf that you're tickled by? So this is the playoff of what?
The first leg of the playoffs.
What does that mean?
So to get in the playoffs, you have to be normally in a tour event, you have 156 guys, right? For the special events, for the ones that pay a lot of money, you have a limited field, and those are like, I want to say 70 with no cut. When you get to the playoffs, you accumulate these points all year. Then you have 3 tournaments where the first tournament you qualify for, they take the top 70. Then they take the top 50. And then the tour championship is top 30. This is
the St. Jude?
Yeah.
In Memphis, Tennessee.
So,
Walking in Memphis.
So I think Akshay Bhatia is leading. He shot I want to say 8 or 9 under.
He was leading. Tommy Fleetwood has passed him.
Oh, I like Tommy Fleetwood. It might be also that is because Bhatia didn't tee off yet.
He is not.
Yeah, so
he's he's just teeing off.
So, but I want Tommy Fleetwood was Cam Young. A lot of close finishes, has never won.
Man.
Cam Young had 7 runner-ups. He finally won last week. So after this week, they cut down to the top 50. And then they go to Atlanta to play in the Tour Championship, top 30. Now, all these different things mean, because if you get into the top 50, you qualify for all the majors and all the special events they have during the course of the year where the big money is made.
What about UFC Fight Night? Roman Dolidze takes on Fluffy Hernandez.
No.
In a what?
No.
What?
No.
Why?
You ain't kicking no ass with the nickname Fluffy. Sorry. I can't take you serious. He might be able to just beat the brakes off of me. I'm gonna be laughing the whole time while I'm getting my butt kicked.
It's on a win streak.
What, 2?
No, he's won. Like, I think. When's the last time he's lost? He is on a 7-fight win streak.
All right. The more important question: what weight class is Fluffy fighting out of?
Middleweight, 185 pounds.
All right. Still Fluffy. I can't do it.
Okay. What? Fair enough. I tried.
Nope.
I tried. Sorry, Fluffy. I'll watch it.
I'm thinking of the comedian.
Oh man, that guy.
He's not even with us anymore, is he?
Yeah, he's still alive.
No, I'm talking about who I get the two mixed up. Who am I getting mixed up? Fluffy and there's another one. Somebody help me out there.
You talking about a big comedian?
Yeah.
Fluffy's still with us because he's like at the Hard Rock every year.
Is that Iglesias? No.
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias. He's still with us, isn't he?
Yes, he's still alive.
Thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome. Don't kill people, Leroy.
I'm not killing people. Ralphie May. Is it Ralphie May?
Ralphie May is no longer with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Ralphie May is no longer with us.
There you go. So I wasn't.
He died a while ago.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm not crazy.
We'll take a break here on the show. More to come here on FM 104.3 WQAM, streaming live on the Audacy, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps, and now on the powerful 104.3 FM dial, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. We're back with more Tobin and Leroy after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Our first day fully here on FM 104.3. Hockman, Crowder, Solana coming up after us here today. Joe Rose, heard him this morning. You missed any of that stuff, you guys can go get it on the Audacy, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps, and wherever your podcasts are available. You guys can also watch us on YouTube and Twitch. What is the new handle, Jennifer? Is it 104.3 WQAM? Is that the new handle that people can go follow? If you guys haven't followed our handle, you guys can go at, I think, 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, and that is the channel. You can also just look up WQAM on YouTube and subscribe there. And same thing for Twitch as well, you rascals. Let us get to our headlines here in hour number 3, which are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Miami Dolphins are getting set for camp. Leroy, we have some updates on the injuries. Tyreek Hill, according to Mike McDaniel, is battling an oblique injury.
The worst. Because they're attached to all core movement.
So that is it. He is not in joint practice today, but he is dealing with an oblique injury, according to Mike McDaniel. So that's where we're at with his injury. And he is not going to participate. Obviously, that would mean he's probably not going to play in the game, which we weren't expecting anyway. Omar Kelly tweets out that he did take the receivers and Tua bowling yesterday.
He got no oblique and he's bowling?
Hey, man. I don't know.
I'm just
maybe
saying.
He did. Maybe he just did the trip. He just sat by.
I'm just saying. Like, bowling is very hard on all of that.
Maybe he got like the little slide things that the kids use, and you just push the bowling ball down.
I don't know.
Or hit it granny style. I don't know.
Let's see. Omar also tweets out Patrick Paul just got put to the ground during his first one-on-one rep.
It's all right.
David Ferrona says the Bears receivers whipped the Dolphins cornerbacks in one-on-ones.
Not a shocker.
Mike Hilton, Ethan Bonner, and Cornell Armstrong had pass breakups. All right, waiting for a good tweet. Gonna be a good tweet. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna come already.
Understand the single most difficult thing for a defensive back is one-on-one pass coverage. Because without any context of game, situation, or whatever, you're just guarding a guy 50 yards by 50 yards. So it's a bit unfair.
They're also saying it's a lot of flags are getting thrown on these one-on-ones. Let's see.
A lot of grabbing and a lot of fighting.
Hey, you know, it seems like it's going to be a brewing scuffle.
With all that grabbing?
All that grabbing. Little scuffle's going to be happening. Let's see. Mike McDaniel said on Tyreek Hill, he's trying to practice. He's working through an oblique. That got worse because he was taking every rep that was on the books. He's trying to sneak his way into taking every rep. He was doing individual work yesterday, so that's a good sign. Let's see. Mo Kamara did not travel with the Dolphins because he's in concussion protocol, according to David Veronis. And Alec Ingold is progressing through concussion protocol.
I've been in concussion protocol for 17 years. It ain't fun.
And then Mike McDaniel says on Sunday's game that we'd like to get starter snaps. How long, if at all, will depend on practice today. So there you go. That's what we got from old Mike McDaniel. Tua, he spoke earlier in the week about his backups. This is Brittany says this is who's got to show her a little something. Zach Wilson, Quinn Ewers. This is what Tua's had to say about his QB room.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. They're working really hard. They're competing not just against each other and against myself,
But within themselves, that mental battle that they're having, if one sees another throw a deep ball or a good ball and they complete it, the other not having to feel as if, okay, if I get that same play, I'm going to try to take that shot. If that's not what the play asks of you to do, that's not your job. Your job is to, distribute the play within the timing of the play, or distribute the ball within the timing of the play, and then you progress from there. So I think they're doing a great job, and we're really excited to see what those guys can do for us on Sunday.
All right, there you go. Tua on his quarterback, Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers. Didn't sound like a guy was going to play on Sunday. Yeah, let's see what those guys do. Get a little. Well, I would say this: if the starters are going to play, whether Tua plays or doesn't play, you would think that the offensive line, like Patrick Paul, Jonah, Savaianaya, who are young guys who are projected to be starters, you would expect they're going to get some snaps.
Well, the young guy, I don't care what position you play. If you're young, you're getting some time. You have to.
Have to. Let's see. Still looking for a good tweet. Tough. A lot of stress on this joint practice.
Why?
Yesterday, because I want some good tweets. Need a good tweet.
I mean, are you being realistic about it, though?
Well, I think I'm being realistic. Hey, listen, as long as somebody shows me a little something on Twitter, then I'm happy. We also got last night, Anthony Richardson was kind of the big story of preseason last night. He got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Again.
He got his pinky sent into another direction. He's cool, though. He's day-to-day. This is Anthony Richardson after the game on what happened when he got hurt.
Yeah, I definitely looked at it. That's a tricky one because it's 5-man pro, and I'm hot from the backside. I just got to get my eyes, just be able to, react to that. But just 5-man pro, just playing hot. I just got to be on my P's and Q's when it comes to that.
Did you just not see it?
It was just going to be hard for me to see it anyway because my eyes are looking a certain way. But I just got to be keyed on when everybody bringing pressure like that. I thought it was about to be the nickel, but they brought it from the other side, so I got to be ready to just get the ball out.
Which is exactly what I told you.
Head on a swivel.
Well, it's not even that. He's the reason why he got hit like that. But I would say this. When you start reading defenses and you get an idea of what they're going to do on the field, that's definitely a play where you change the protection. Because you would rather the hot come from your front side rather than your back side. So if the play is designed to go front side and you're looking front side and somebody come and hit you from the back because you didn't look on the back side, you got to be able to look at the defense and you can get an idea. If you study enough tape or get enough reps, you can get an idea of, okay, they might bring this guy off the edge. I'm going to slide the pass protection to the right so that the hot rusher or the guy I have to make an adjustment on comes from where I'm looking. And that's just part of growing as a quarterback.
And then finally, Cam Ward's getting ready, likely for some preseason action this weekend, the former Miami Hurricanes quarterback. Here's what he had to say about getting ready to get some NFL snaps in the preseason.
I'm listening to Coach Callahan. He know I'm ready to play the whole time if I need to. But this is also a big evaluation, not only for myself, but for the whole team. I'm ready to make plays when my number's called.
How excited are you for that opportunity to get out there for the first time, like for real stuff?
I'm real excited to just be on the grass again, to just really put everything that I worked for out there, and just try to lead my teammates and try to get a win out there.
Cam Ward taking on the Bucs this weekend, who got into a little brouhaha on the practice field.
There's certain teams that we would play against or practice against, and you always knew it was going to be a physical affair. I don't know what it is about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but throughout the history of the Bucs, you always think of physicality up front. It's been that way for years. Even when they were terrible, their defenses and their front seven have always been pretty good. So then there's Chicago. Chicago usually plays a physical style. San Fran. These are all teams through the history have been Baltimore.
Yep.
Like Pittsburgh. So if ever you play or practice against any of these teams, even when I played, you knew what you had to go in there with the mind frame or the mindset you had to go in there and play against them with.
We'll take a break here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Tobin and Leroy. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3. Good to be on FM 104.3. Shout out to everybody up there in the Palm Beaches, down to the Keys who are hearing us crystal clear. It is very exciting news we got yesterday from the peeps at Audacy. So we're excited about this venture for everybody who is joining us. And for those who are just finding us there for the first time, you got us until 2 p.m. here today. We are in our normal homes. Nothing changes there as well. Still on the AM dial for the old school crackles out there who like to hear that. If you guys want to hear us on the Audacy app, iHeart, or TuneIn, that's there. And we also have us on YouTube and Twitch. So there you go. Miami Dolphins are in the midst of a joint practice right now. So you got that. But then not only that, Leroy, we got action tonight. If you want to watch new Miami Heat guard Norman Powell tonight, can I interest you in a little Jamaica versus Barbados? I don't think J-Fig, is my mic on? I don't think Leroy heard me.
His microphone's definitely on.
Maybe it got lost in translation. We're on a new signal now. FM.
I just didn't want to cuss on FM.
I just want to make sure you heard me.
We just got here.
You just want to make sure.
Well, just let it.
Yeah, one more time. Leroy, tonight, Norman Powell is going to be in action for Jamaica against Barbados. 7 o'clock tonight.
Be more interesting if they both had a bobsled team.
Dude, that's not cool. What do you mean?
Cool running.
We gotta root for Norman Powell. You gotta see what he's gonna do with this the Jamaican basketball team.
Is there a rule in life that you have to root for a guy outside of him playing for your team?
What do you mean?
Just what I said. Can I root for Norman Powell when he plays for the Heat? Or do I have to
do you have something against
do I now have to root for him all the basketball he plays?
I'm just you want to take a little looky-loo, see what Jamaica has for Barbados tonight. They're trying to work their way into a FIBA qualifier.
No, I do not.
Interesting.
Not even, and it must have just caught your eye. Otherwise, you would have brought this up and tickle my fancy.
No, I wanted this to have its own entity.
Yeah, good. I see why.
Serbia takes on Greece tomorrow. I still can't find where that's going to broadcast, though. See, Barbados versus Jamaica. Greece? I don't know where it is.
Greece.
I don't think the game is in Greece.
No, I'm saying that's where it'll be broadcast.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But I'm trying to find out where I could watch it here in America. I guess I could look, and I'm sure I could find some seedy pirate site, but I'm trying not to get a virus on my computer. But here's the thing. Greek Freak, he's ducking Jovic. He's not playing in this one. He's not.
Who cares?
What do you mean? Who cares? What are you doing? You haven't played basketball in all this time. Get out there and play with your Greek national team against Jovic. That's what I want to see. And he wants. I tell you why, because some of Nico's best games have come against the Bucks. Sounds to me like true. Seems to me like somebody.
But that's because they had a 40-year-old Lopez brother on him.
That's listen, it's not his fault.
Like
young legs.
I mean, Jovic thinking he was a Hall of Famer. Put that old man on him.
I don't think I'm mincing words when I tell you Nikola Jovic has basically been the face of Serbia. I mean, outside of Joker, of course. But I don't think Joker wants to be the face of Serbia. I think he wants to be the face of horse. Nico, I think, wants to be the face of Serbia.
Oh, my goodness.
I can't believe you're not into this, dude. And Pella's on his way for Sweden. Sweden plays on Sunday. Who are they playing? Who's Sweden got? Sweden.
Do the Wagner twins play, or brothers?
For Germany.
For Germany, right?
Yep.
Along with, what's his name? With the...
Schroeder.
Schroeder
plays for Germany as well. We have it looks like we have Sweden, Poland on Sunday.
Really? Name one Polish basketball player.
I can't. I don't know a Polish basketball player.
You can't name a basketball player from Barbados.
I can't. I'm worried. I'm focused on my guys. I'll learn those guys when I tune in tonight and watch it on the FIBA YouTube page.
You figured out where to watch it?
I know where that one is. I can't find the Serbian game. Schmieden says Marcin Gortat is Polish. I think he's right about that. Remember Marcin Gortat?
Yes.
Lots of years. He'd give you 15 and he'd give you 6 and 6.
Yeah.
Marcin Gortat was out there, and you could just go out there and be like, we need some backup minutes tonight. Who do we go to? Marcin Gortat.
Yep.
Why don't you? So if you had to watch one though, if I forced you to watch one, it was the only option. Would you go Serbia, Greece, Jamaica, Barbados, or Sweden, Poland?
Serbia and Greece.
Okay, fair enough.
At least they got players, I'm familiar with on both sides.
Okay, fair enough. Karen says Rihanna's playing point guard for Barbados.
He'd watch that.
What are you trying to say, Jennifer?
Am I wrong? Exactly.
I think you're underestimating how exciting this is going to be.
No, I'm not.
No, I think you are. I think you are.
Not one bit.
Dude, Jamaica's been training down here. They trained at FAU. They got a couple practices in. Now they're going to warm themselves up. They're trying to make the Olympics. It's a big deal for Jamaica. And Norman Powell is going to try and lead the way.
You are not selling me under no circumstances on Jamaica, Barbados. Sorry.
You guys wanted sports. He's giving you sports.
I've got enough sports for my weekend. I'm full.
Are you?
You're watching golf, and not even good golf.
What are you talking about? It's the playoffs.
Whatever, dude. You go ahead. You watch your playoffs like that really matters to you.
It does. I want to see who's going to win the FedEx Cup and the $20 million.
Dade South says he would watch it if it was following an episode of Franklin and Bash. If it was following Suits, if it was following some episode of TNT.
Bones.
No, I've watched Bones. I've watched Suits, but I'm not into, like, I've seen every episode of Castle, every episode of NCIS New Orleans, not regular NCIS. Although, want to hear something crazy? So when we first got to Michigan, Bo would always tell a story. We went and played UCLA, and he said, we played UCLA back in the day. He said, we beat them so bad, we made their starting quarterback go into acting. It was Mark Harmon, the actor. He played quarterback for UCLA. So he would tell that story every year.
Checking in on some of the tweets from the joint practice. Omar Kelly. Jalen Wright is running in quicksand. I just don't see it. Most of his runs aren't gaining positive yards.
It's hard. Listen, it's really hard when they tell you as a running back there's no tackling. You have to be careful how you run in there, because if they're not trying to hit you and you go in there like a bat out of hell, it's going to be a kerfuffle. So sometimes it looks that way, but it's just a hard spot for everybody to be in. When one of the things that separates running backs from other running backs is their ability to break tackles. So how do you do that when there's no tackling?
I have a good tweet.
Sure.
Jordan Brooks picked off Caleb Williams.
There's a shocker.
Let's see. Jalen Waddle got lit up by Tyreek Stevenson, former Miami Hurricane, and forced a fumble on a screenplay.
Still throwing those little quick passes, huh? That's what I took out of that.
Jalen Waddle was slow to get up, according to David Furones. Contact
to do that to you.
Yeesh. All right.
You have to check Check your mouthpiece. Check your helmet. Yeah, we good.
Head on a swivel, Waddle.
Yeah, like playing that position, you got two choices. You can keep your eye on the ball or have quick eyes and see where that action coming from. And you may take your eye off the ball and drop it. You know what the coach say? Catch it. You're going to get hit anyway.
There's a lot of people who are out here thinking that Waddle is going to be wide receiver 1 this year, and they think that. I really don't. I know there's a lot been made about this Tyreek Hill drama, and people are trying to read into Mike McDaniel's hieroglyphic quotes on Rich Eisen yesterday, and they really think that this dictates that they're going to try and feed Jalen Waddle the football more. And I got to say, I love Jalen Waddle. I'm a big fan of Jalen Waddle. He's not better than Tyreek Hill. He's not the number 1 wide receiver on this team.
He's Alvin Harper.
And I don't think that he is taking that over this year with Tyreek Hill on this team. All things going right. I really just don't. And I don't see it helping the Dolphins in any way that there's some passing of the torch to Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle has had fine seasons with Tyreek Hill on his football team. And it is what it is. When you play with that guy, you're number 2. That's how it is. I don't think that there's going to be some vast leap. And to be honest with you, we talk all the time. We make jokes about Eric Azukama, and we make jokes about, Mr. Preseason and all that, Mr. Training Camp. Dude, we've literally been doing this with Jalen Waddle every training camp since his sophomore year, that this is going to be the amazing Jalen Waddle season. I think he'll be good. I think he'll be very good. I think he can put up very nice numbers, but I don't think he's taking the reins from Tyreek Hill. I'm not sold on that.
Where do you make the over-under for Tyreek and Waddle being like 30 yards apart?
Being 30 yards? No, I think Tyreek's going to outgain him by probably a few hundy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The over-under for both of them is like.
Oh, I see what you mean. You mean on the odds? Yeah.
Right.
I think the Dolphins' odds are a little screwed up just because I think that Vegas is telling you they don't believe Tua can stay healthy.
You think it has more to do with Tua is why
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense you have both those guys under 1,000. You know what I mean? Like, does it make any sense?
Do they believe that the Miami Dolphins will not have a 1,000-yard receiver?
That has to be what it means.
I mean, even with Tua playing 13 games, they had a 1,000-yard receiver.
Well, they both missed it last year by a little bit.
Oh, so no, they didn't.
But they're saying that I feel like that's going to be the anomaly. I don't think that that's going to be the case. Because I do think I agree with you. I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to find their form a little bit more. But I don't believe there's going to be some changing of the guard to Waddle being the number 1 dude. Maybe I'll look foolish, but I don't know, man. I just think that on a team with Tyreek Hill, I don't think that he's going to have this fall off. I think having Tyreek Hill, you could talk about, how much of a jackass he is off the field or whether he's trying to get forgiveness from his team. I don't like what he did at the end of last year, but his football talent is too intoxicating to make a point to try and pass the offense off to an inferior player, which is what Jalen Waddle is. And by the way, there's no shame in that. You're inferior to one of the best receivers in the league.
The problem is that if you want to change the culture, right? It's upon the players. And if you have a player that just isn't buying in, then you maybe have to have another conversation, right? It's not whether Tyreek is great or not, but for the overall well-being of your team, his other stuff, is that going to be a hindrance to your success? And it's the unfortunate thing, but guess what? In sports, we've had a lot of great players, a lot of guys who are really good at this sport that ended up not playing very long because of the same kind of situations we're talking about now. Look at somebody like Antonio Brown. At one time, he was the best receiver in the league.
Right.
And he managed to, with all his antics, ruin it.
It's true. I get you, but I do think that, like, what do do I play it into antics, or do I have to say, hey, Tyreek Hill did play last year pretty banged up too?
That all that plays all here. All the other stuff or all the other reasons as to why he didn't have as good a year as he had the year before come into play if you don't have the non-football stuff, to talk about. Like, more people would be along the lines of trying to come out and say, man, he played really banged up. And I applaud him personally for it, because nobody cares how hurt you are. If you're on the field, they want you to have success. So I get that. And I appreciate him, trying to suck it up and give you everything that he has. But how last season ended, how he tends to say crazy things, right? That's going to start playing a bigger role than it should in the Tyreek Hill story, especially if he's not producing the way he was when all those things were cute.
No, I get you. But I guess my faith is that he's going to still produce, because I think Tyreek Hill's always said crazy, annoying things. I don't think that it's going to get to the point that I don't believe that Tyreek Hill's washed as a football player.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
I don't think that we've gotten to the point where Jalen Waddle has passed him. Like, I will be if they both have 1,000, like if they both cross 1,000, and you had to say who's going to be the one who gets to 1,500 and who's going to be closer to the 1,000, I still think it's Cheetah and Waddle. That's how I think it's going to go. I don't think it's going to be the other way around.
The other thing that you also have to just be real about is how much of this stuff affects the other players, right?
Yeah.
And so while I get all the stuff that you think about Tyreek and whatever, from a team perspective, they have to look at things a little bit differently, because how is this affecting the overall picture? How is this affecting how people are responding to the coach and the coaching staff if you have one guy doing whatever he wants to do and then other guys thinking they could do it too, right? So, yeah, I get it. I don't know. I really don't. And part of the reason is because Tyreek's keep talking.
Yeah, you're never going to keep that guy from talking. We'll take a break.
He's saying some of the same things that will lead you to think he's acting like nothing happened.
I think he knows something happened. I just think that I think that it's one of those things. Like, I think he handled the Tua stuff okay. Like when Tua said, hey, he's still working, and he said, I think it's fine that Tua said that. I think that was the best thing that he could have said. But he's still going to say crazy things like, make fun of Devon Achane and Mike McDaniel putting him out there. And sometimes the crazy guy says some logical things.
If the crazy guy said logical things, he wouldn't be deemed crazy.
On all topics,
I'm just saying. One of the reason why we call somebody crazy, because they don't.
We'll take a break. Got some more stuff running in from the Dolphins joint practice. One is that this is from a Bears reporter, Greg Braggs. Miami is having trouble getting organized with their first team offense. Multiple false starts. McDaniel is just holding his head in frustration. Awesome. Take a break here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Tobin and Leroy continues after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. It's a Friday. It's a Vice Shirt Friday. Rolling along here. Miami Dolphins in the midst of a joint practice with the Chicago Bears. According to Courtney Cronin, I hope no relation to Joe. She covers the Bears for ESPN. First scuffle of joint practice comes during a special teams period.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Those guys got hair on fire trying to make the team.
Yep, pretty much.
Got to.
Plus, there's certain, let's be clear, there's certain plays that you practice where nobody's really paying attention, so they all grab.
He's a grabber. He's a grabber, ladies and gentlemen. Let us get to the mixed bag. All right. Footy football is in full swing. Last night we had the Cincinnati Bengals take on the Philadelphia Eagles, who, by the way, still did the tush push last night.
Of course.
Everyone's got to get in on the tush push.
Everybody can't do it.
The Bengals, they played Joe Burrow out there with Jamar Chase, and let's hear from the Tiger King himself, Joe Burrow, and this is what he had to say on the preseason opener for the Bengals.
We got to be better. Too many procedural penalties, too many errors. Things like that are going to happen, but I think it was just wasn't clean enough across the board.
All right, there you go. Joey B not satisfied. By the way, Omar Kelly says on Twitter that Jalen Waddle is back out there practicing after getting roughed up a little bit. So that's good news. Good news that the Penguin is back out on the field. But the Bengals yesterday, had to get some things going. But they did get some touchdowns on the board as well. They were trying to get off to a faster start. Seems like everyone's trying some different stuff. Hey, you play starters, you don't play starters. Let's see. We're trying to figure this thing out when it comes to the preseason and how much.
The problem is there's no standard.
Okay? There is no standard.
And every coach goes about it differently. One, you have to know your team. You also have to understand, what you're trying to accomplish. That's why you notice a lot of the veteran teams don't play a lot of their guys.
The Chiefs, they are going to play Patrick Mahomes. According to Andy Reid, he's going to play in the first quarter against the Cardinals on Saturday night. Here is what the Chiefs QB had to say on the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily look forward to getting hit. I always like getting hit once, but it's still a shock. Going up against Spags is always tough, but it'll be a good defense that we're going up against, and they have a great scheme and a great coach, and so I'm just excited to see where we're at. Go out there, see where we're at, get hopefully a couple series, and go out there and then play some good football.
Does anybody get used to that the greatest quarterback going right now sounds like that? It's still jarring to me.
Every single time.
Like that beginning when he was that was something.
I can't even understand what he's saying because I'm so concentrated on his voice.
You can't. It's
I don't
really
even know. You can ask me right now. I don't know what he said.
It's Looney Tunes.
It's the Muppets. Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
It is.
Do you think when he tries to do different voices, when he's telling his kids stories at bedtime, do you feel like he can change his voice to something else? Or is it just is it Kermit the Frog?
When he has to bring the hammer down, you can't use that voice, right?
That's what I'm saying. When he yells at players or him and his wife are in an argument, I would just laugh because what is that voice?
It's something, man. Whew. Wow. Anyway, they're going to be taking on the Cardinals tomorrow. Another man who has a funny voice is Ed Orgeron. Ed Orgeron was on.
Still coaching?
Well, funny you should mention that, Leroy. He was on with your friend. Our friend, Amber Wilson. You were on this show earlier in the week with Amber Wilson on ESPN Radio, as was Ed Orgeron. And this is what Coach O had to say about a future in coaching.
If and when I do want to go back, I just wanted the best position available. And if it's a position coach, a defensive line coach at a big school or something like that, whether it be the NFL or college, that'd be fine with me. If I do go back, I'd have to work my way up. I know that, but I haven't made that decision yet. But if I get the itch, I'm definitely going to do it.
Wow.
Sounds like he waiting until that LSU money run out.
Sounds like it. Or, maybe he's got his eye on the Canes if Jason Taylor moves on to greener pastures one day and he wants to get in on the Canes position.
You think?
Is this son still with the program? He was hanging around a bunch.
I wonder where they because they all have tie-ins. Like these coaches, they either were graduate assistants together or something like that before they went their own way.
He switched from the Go Tiger to Go Canes. Back to the Go Canes.
I mean, see, he didn't sign this country either, right?
He's trying to
unlegible.
Knows he's talking to the country there on ESPN radio. Man, that is something. I mean, honestly, those are probably the two heavyweights in sports right now: Ed Orgeron and Patrick Mahomes. When it just comes to sports voice,
You just put them back to back. Thank God we're on FM now. You could really hear.
You could really get the You're right, Brittany. You get a real enunciation. A man who's got a stern voice, commands authority. That's, of course, Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin on why his Steelers aren't playing a lot of people in the preseason opener.
I just make judgments based on what I'm looking at. I just feel comfortable with what I've seen from those guys through this portion of the process that makes me comfortable in saying that they won't play this week. Next week may be different. We really respect the days that are this process, and I try not to make plans with broad strokes, but really kind of in more smaller increments. And so the decision not to play some of those guys that I mentioned really was based on what I've seen from them in this environment to this point.
Would you expect Aaron to play in one of the preseason games?
I'm not looking ahead, to be quite honest with you. I'm just extremely comfortable with my decision not to play him this week.
All right. There you
go. Can I just tell you, he's starting to get to feel more and more like he's Black Mike McDaniel. Because he kind of goes on and on and on. And if I close my eyes, I could hear Mike McDaniel saying the same thing.
More commanding, though.
More
he's he's got a more commanding
right.
of nonsense.
He's more definitive to the point. He's not.
Yeah.
Right. No,
yeah.
I got you.
His truck junk hangs a little bit more when he's talking. Like he's rolling around Davy.
Are you accusing Mike of having baby truck nuts?
I'm not. I thought actually, remember Mike McDaniel, his first couple of years, he had those giant wheelbarrow nuts. He was too aggressive sometimes. He'd be like, within 16 and my own 15, let's just go for it.
Oh my God.
From Travis Wingfield of the Miami Dolphins Drive Time podcast, he tweets out, "It's been tough sledding for the Dolphins offense. A screen to Waddle blown up, then a tackle for loss on a run, and then Tua sacked twice."
Yeah. All right.
I need some good tweets. Can somebody give me a good tweet?
It's like this. I would say this. If you go to any offense playing against a defense in these practices, they're all experiencing the same things. Defense is always way more successful in camp.
That's what it sounds like on their side, too, because it sounds like Caleb Williams having a rough time right now on his side.
Yeah, because all you got to do, look, see ball, hit ball on defense. You ain't game planning. Like, they set you up in drills. Guess what? The outside linebacker, if he ain't got to worry about play action and it's just a run drill, he's crashing hard off the edge, right? When a lot of the plays you run, you have actions that keep him home, but he knows he ain't got to worry about a pass. Crash down, right? You ain't worried about a lot of that stuff. The DBs ain't worried about penalties. They grabbing. So it's a lot more beneficial.
Is it a little like summer league with the 10 fouls? They could just do what they want.
Yes. And that's why guys start fighting, because you know you can't grab like that. Usually a fight. Here's how a fight starts. Hey man, don't grab me like that again. Else what?
And then what has to happen?
Yeah, you got to defend your honor. You can't just be talking trash.
Got to let the trucks hang. We'll take a break. Final hour coming up here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Tobin and Leroy, we take you up until 2. Play a little You Dead to Me next hour as well. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM as we take you up until 2 here on a Friday. We are also, even with our new fancy FM frequency, still streaming on YouTube and Twitch with a new handle, 104.3 WQAM. For those who have not subscribed yet, you guys could do so there. You guys can watch us every single weekday live, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And what are you saying, J-Fig? I can't say what.
So the whole thing yesterday and why we were having a hard time trying to say the new name was because we're not allowed to say point. So it's 104.3.
Sorry. 104.3.
I'm just giving you the message they gave us.
FM WQAM. Ignore the decimal point, everybody.
Ignore it.
Ignore it. Either way, I wasn't at the meeting. So
but when
I get to plead ignorance,
dial, it is point.
Which is fine. I'm just letting you know,
right?
Since I was there,
I'm not here to quibble about how to say it. If they don't want me to say it, I won't say it.
I was
either
there
way
till I tried the pizza and then I was out.
What pizza was it?
Anthony's with no sauce.
Oh man, you gotta have the sauce.
Do you know who else does that? Domino's.
They get cute with it?
Domino's. You can't go cheap on the sauce.
Don't mess with Domino's, okay? I like Domino's.
Of course you do.
Unpopular opinion, I prefer light sauce.
I like light sauce.
I would like sauce. I like Domino's. Listen, you two knuckleheads. Without sauce, it's cheesy bread.
What's wrong with that?
That's an appetizer.
Get a side of sauce.
That's an appetizer. Cheese sticks.
Yep, that's right.
Cheesy bread.
Whatever.
Either one a pizza. And
you still want to have heartburn later.
Let me tell you something.
True. But he doesn't care about that.
I'm gonna tell you, some of you pizza places, right? That put the cheese on and then the tomato sauce on top of the cheese, kick rocks.
Man. Anyway, you guys can catch us on the Audacy iHeart and TuneIn app. You guys can catch us there as well. Let's get to our final round of headlines this hour, which are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Miami Marlins, they blew a 4-run lead. Lost to the Braves, 8-6. They'll try and bounce back today with Edward Cabrera on the hill. Bryce Elder goes for Atlanta. You did have Graham Pauly go deep again, so he's going good. I like Graham Pauly. He hasn't hit the broadside of a barn this year, but he plays a mean third base. So I like that. And Wagaman, they're a little obsessed with him. I don't know. No disrespect, Waggy.
Here, at this point, to what this team has done to this point, can we be upset about anything that they do?
I can quibble. I have some quibbles.
I mean, I think where you thought they were going to be and where they are, like, you kind of got to tone it down.
Leroy, I come from a generation, and this is what got me in trouble with Christian Yelich. I understand. Your first baseman's got a bop, dude. I'm sorry. It's your first baseman. When we had the likes of Frank Thomas back in the day and Rafi Palmeiro and the greats, Mark McGwire and Derek Lee and Mo Vaughn, and I mean some of the greats who could bop from first base. Eric Wagaman giving me the pop of a utility second baseman ain't it, dude. I'm sorry. He seems like a nice man. I'm sure he is. I know he had a triple yesterday. That's great, but that's probably the first one of the last month that he's had, and I'm just kind of wondering what's the deal there.
All right.
Look, you guys are going to have a good team. I'm going to have some critiques. I'm sorry. It can't just be all roses and rainbows when it comes to the fish. You guys want to be talked about like a baseball team? Let's talk about it. What the hell's the guy doing out there all the time? I want to know. Because every time he's up there, I feel find somebody from the minors, dude. I don't know.
Put
Heriberto Hernandez. Every time he's in there, he seems like he hits bombs.
I mean, okay, there's your answer. But you can't complain without having a viable answer.
I just did.
I just did. I acknowledged it. You said I don't know. Put anybody. That's how you started the conversation.
Wagaman.
You could be an excellent first baseman.
Thank you.
Got that first base vibe.
Play a little first base. Picked it a little bit over there. Woof. It's like you go up there. It's hopeless.
Really?
It's been bad, dude. It's been bad.
All right. Is it bad because you deemed it bad, or is it bad because it's numbers bad and everything?
No, the numbers are bad.
Okay.
The numbers are bad.
Okay, because I know sometimes you get up in your feelings.
No, that's
and
not
you
fair.
You feel a certain way
No,
about
that's
a
not
player,
fair.
and the numbers don't reflect that. So I'm just asking so we can make sure that you're not just putting your own personal feels in there.
Okay. He hit 155 for the month of July.
Okay, what's his overall batting average?
For the season, 234.
How many ding dongs?
6.
Yeah, if you're going to hit 234, I need you to be at least around 20 by now. Right? Sound right?
I would, yeah. I mean, it's not even, it's his on base percentage is 280. He's not taking walks. Let's go.
Well, he's swinging and missing.
I don't know what's going on there.
All right. I mean,
He didn't blow the game the other day. I'll give him this. Like, listen, it was Otto Lopez's fault the other day, but I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Marlins and Braves back at it tonight. You guys can catch that out. Let's get you a training camp report, which is brought to you by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. Enroll today in one of over 60 Miami-Dade County Public School Technical Colleges affordable training programs to get fast-tracked to a financially rewarding career in 1 to 2 years. Convenient day and evening classes give you the flexibility you need while you learn. Go to careerinayear.com and get there. The Dolphins in the midst of a joint practice today, and not been a lot of great reports out of this. So we apparently have some infighting. The Dolphins are fighting themselves.
What's new?
Omar Kelly tweets, the Dolphins defense is fighting the Dolphins defense. Punches thrown. We can only see that Jordan Brooks was involved. Who can't see who else.
I can tell you what happened. You got that guy. Don't come at me like that. That's your guy. Yep. Nobody likes to be called out.
Omar also tells you, anyone who tells you the Dolphins offenses look good today is a flat-out liar. It's been bad, in all caps. Very bad.
I mean, it's really your first interaction with another team.
I want to know what happened while they're fighting each other.
So what I would say to everyone, just calm down.
People are on edge, dude. I told you.
I know, I understand that, but this is your first, like.
And I don't mean to mince words here, okay? Because I'm not going to do it yet.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about it, okay?
All right.
I think I'm deeming week 1 a don't lose.
Oh my God.
I think I'm deeming it that.
You're ridiculous.
No, I don't think I am. I haven't done it yet, so you can't criticize me yet. I'm just telling you I'm thinking about it, but it's going to either be Danny Dimes or old Crooked Pinky. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm thinking about making that a don't lose. We'll see. Still to be determined.
Can I just tell you, this is why we don't get along sometimes.
Come on, man. What do you mean?
Because you go too far.
You got that game, and then you have a bunch of division games. You need to get some money in the bank, dude.
All right. Relax. I mean, must win. They haven't even played a game yet.
Didn't call it that.
No, you're just throwing it out there to see.
I didn't call it a must win. I said I'm thinking about calling it a don't lose. Please.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Same thing.
No.
Nope.
I got this, Jennifer. We've had this conversation before, and I almost cussed on the radio then. So I'm going to give you a chance to explain this so that our new listeners can understand what in the hell are you talking about.
Yes, our new listeners.
Oh, let me finish. Now, must win.
Mm-hmm.
is no different than a don't lose. But for some reason, you have deemed them to be separate.
They are separate.
So I would like you to explain it, because I can already tell by the smirk on your face that you clearly have no way of explaining
I
how a
absolutely
don't
do.
lose
You
and
couldn't
a
be more
must
wrong.
win are two different scenarios.
You couldn't be more wrong, my friend. You couldn't be more wrong.
Okay, go.
To all of our new listeners on FM 104.3 WQAM,
You go, boy.
it's way different. For a must win is exactly what it says. You must win that game. You have to win that game, or the consequences are
Like a playoff
season
game.
over,
Like a
playoff game.
Right.
Your backs are against the wall.
Okay.
A don't lose is way different. A don't lose is this game is so important to you showing that you are capable of winning games that you need to win. If you lose this, then what can I expect you to win? So go into this week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts with either Danny Dimes or Anthony Richardson with the expectations that this fan base has on your team. Don't lose to the Colts, dude. Don't lose. It's not a must win.
Besides quarterback, they got some pretty good players on their team.
Name them.
They have Taylor. Don't they still have Taylor?
Yeah.
Their defense is good. They are.
I think you just said things.
No.
I think you did.
You were saying things too with
I think
the
you just
whole.
said things. You're just like,
don't
who are they?
lose
You
thing.
literally gave me Taylor, I think, and then their defense is good.
Yeah. Which is, if you can run the football and play good on defense, you have a chance to win games.
Okay. Well, I mean, by all odds makers, they're thought to finish third in the AFC South, which is one of the worst divisions, which leads you to believe they don't have a very talented football team.
And where are the Dolphins?
They are, but the Dolphins have the Bills in their division at least, which is a perennial favorite.
What? So
The Bills are the most overwhelming favorite by odds makers of any division winner.
yeah. Which would say
the
that,
South is just
which would suggest that
I'll tell you this: the Dolphins would be overwhelming favorites to win the South.
I can't disagree with that.
Okay, great. So my point is, I haven't declared this yet, but I think I've explained it.
No, you're throwing
Don't
it out
lose
there
to
to
the
see how
Colts.
mad I'm gonna get.
No, I'm
You can
just
say, yes, you are.
If it would be a must win, I would bring that up somewhere along the lines of if the Dolphins started the season 1-3 and they had a game the next week, that's a must win because you need to get yourself off the canvas. But to start off the season, don't lose to the Colts. Like that is the difference between a must win and a don't lose.
Didn't they lose to the Colts last year?
They did. Yes. Raheem Mostert fumbles. No Tua, though. Snoop Huntley. I think Tim Boyle started that game. It's hard to think. It's all a blur now. But you get the difference now, right? Have I explained it well to you?
No.
Brittany, do you now understand? I don't know if that's the first time you've ever heard don't lose versus a must win, but is it clear?
Definitely the first time I've ever heard that explanation. I'm trying to
Whether it's a don't lose or a must win, the whole deal is you got to win.
I mean, I don't disagree with Tobin though. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, don't lose that
Thank
game.
you.
Don't
Thank
lose
you.
that game.
Thank you. Thank you.
But isn't
That's
that,
all I
But
need.
do you
know
agree
what?
that it's the same thing? The don't lose.
No,
and-
don't let them.
Doesn't
no,
that
I
make
think
it a
she
must
said-
win?
Yes.
I think she said what she needs to say here, and you two, with your little oligarchy going on here of trying to sway her back, she's made her stance,
Don't lose
which
and
is
must
don't
win
lose
are
that
literally
game.
The same thing, okay?
It's not the same thing,
Brittany,
Jennifer.
Does that
It's
make
not
you?
the same thing.
Six
Do
in
you
one
understand
hand,
that part?
half a dozen in the other. To be honest with you, that's where we're standing on this one. I mean, I understand. I understand. I kind of get his explanation. It's like no one's saying it's a must win because a must
kinda.
win is like, again, the difference between going 1-4 and 2-3. This is just to make sure don't lose that game. I mean, the Colts are not a good team, and there's no reason why we should lose that game. So
Exactly. Boom. It's not. See, this isn't. This isn't radio hieroglyphics, Leroy. I'm not trying to pull the
All
okey
you
doke on
know
you.
how to do.
No, that's not true. All right. I'm not trying to pull the hope dope over here. I'm telling you right now, it makes crystal clear sense. And and by the way, I haven't even declared it a don't lose. I just told you I'm thinking about it.
Which basically means yes. That
Well, maybe. But I'm not declaring it a must win. That's ridiculous. It's week 1. Now, is there a week?
Sound like explaining this? Aaron Rodgers, if he's going to return next year. I didn't say I was going to return. I said if I return.
That's a fair argument, Leroy. I didn't say I wasn't, but if I don't,
yeah, that's what you sound like.
Listen, we may be headed towards a don't lose, and then we got to have a show 'em who's boss game coming up on week 2 against the Patriots, and then we got a statement game coming up week 3 against the Bills.
Oh my goodness, they're not even a quarter through the season, and we've touched them all.
I know, heavy stakes. And this joint practice is not exactly giving me a lot of confidence.
Thanks, Timbo. I appreciate that.
Well, see, I agree with Dade South. Don't lose means you're better than that team. Don't lose. Simple.
Right. It is simple. But Leroy wants to make it out like I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I'm the quack.
I mean, you are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but
I don't
that's
appreciate
another conversation.
We'll take a break here on the show here on FM 104.3 WQAM, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch and in your ears on the Audacy, iHeart, and TuneIn apps. Take a break. Back with more after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. I want to let you know one more time today, if you guys want to win tickets to see Zach Brown, the Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas, we got a contest for you that is easy to enter. You log on to the Audacy app, you listen to WQM for 1 hour, and you're entered. For more chances, listen every day, and you might win. Winner receives round-trip airfare to Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Just log on to the Audacy app now. It's a national contest. For more info, go to Audacy.com/Zach. That's Audacy.com/ZAC. Special thanks to the Messina Touring Group. By the way, according to Marcel Louis-Jacques from ESPN, Miami Dolphins reporter, Zach Sieler broke up the fight between the two teammates.
Of course he did. Because guess why?
Man,
stop fighting or you got to deal with me.
You think he just grumbles? You think he goes, "Rrr."
Or gives him the eye?
No, he just says, enough.
That's enough. Whatever you say, Mr. Sieler.
Do you think you see like cattle going before he gets to them?
Do you think like he shows up via horseback?
Yeah.
You guys don't know what we're talking about.
He appears.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, boys, stop.
He has some straw in his mouth.
Yeah, like it transforms.
According to reporters, boots on the ground there, the Dolphins offense not looking great. Defense looking a lot better.
That's camp.
But also in the midst of all this, the Dolphins fought each other on the sidelines. According to reporters, Jordan Brooks fought a teammate on the sidelines.
That's the old blame game, boys. That's all you need to worry about. Serious.
Have you seen a fight break out besides when you're facing each other? Has that ever happened? Did you do joint practices back in the day? Was that a thing?
Yeah.
Did that ever happen where you guys were fighting each other?
We used to practice. There's 2 teams we used to practice against every year. When I was in Cleveland, we would practice against the Bears when Dave Wanstead was the coach, and we used to practice against the Giants. And then when I got to Minnesota, we would practice against the Saints, and I want to say Kansas City because they both practice in Wisconsin.
Pretty wild. Man,
I remember one year, like, you don't remember Buddy Ryan in that 46 defense, right? Which was just, it was 9, 10-man fronts all the time. Everybody covered up. They were stopping the run. But we still ran all these 9-on-7 drills with this defense. So we got, 9 guys, they got 10. And we're doing run game. We practice against them the last week of the season or preseason. Played against them in the preseason game. The next week before our season started, everybody goes, I'm still sore from last week. It was crazy.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, Dolphins right now. Nothing else to it. The biggest story of the day is they were fighting each other. Tua threw a couple of picks. One of them was tipped.
That again, the fighting each other is a blame game kind of thing. Somebody calling you out, where you need to be, you taking offense to it, and then that's got to be dealt with. That happens. When you practice and you play in these, have these practices, everything's scheduled. So you're not just going out there running offense. They go, hey, we're going to run this play. Yeah, we're going to run this defense. Let's see how it works out. Might not be the best call for that situation. And so the defense is usually a little bit ahead. That's why you pay attention to like one-on-one pass rush, one-on-one routes, things of that nature. 7-on-7, right, where it gives you a little room, and then you run the last little team drills or the run drills. The defense dominates usually.
Omar Kelly says that Keon Smith is ending practice in Jonas Savaiinaya's spot. We haven't found him, so I don't know if the Dolphins rookie left guard got banged up or whatnot. So keep posting on that, but that would obviously be bad news. And then according to David Furones, we finally got it. Big brouhaha at the Dolphins-Bears joint practice. Started with Kevin Byard and D. Eskridge. So DB and wide receiver, as Leroy said. Then Tyreek Stevenson and Aaron Brewer get into it with Stevenson's hand in Brewer's face mask. Mike McDaniel and Tyreek Hill got in there to separate guys.
Break his hand. You put your hand in my face mask.
Just do the shake.
Oh, I'm going to shake, twist. Yeah.
Don't put your hand in my face.
Yep.
I would love to see somebody try and do that to Zach Sieler. Be like, that's the end of you.
Some of these guys, though, are so strong that when you do it, they just rip your helmet off.
Jeez.
Yeah, so, like, I didn't fight. I was too tired to fight. I'm going to just be honest. It's camp. You have 2 days back then. I'm not fighting. That's burning extra energy.
Ooh, we have actually a bit of Heat news that just came across. The Miami Heat have just tweeted out. It said, injury update. Haywood Highsmith underwent successful surgery this morning to repair a meniscal tear in his right knee, which he suffered while training in Baltimore. He'll begin rehabilitation immediately. He's expected to miss 8 to 10 weeks.
Ooh.
As Tim Reynolds points out, opening night is 10 and a half weeks away.
So he'll
probably back at the start of the season, sometime around the start of the season.
Yeah. But it's crazy because they tell you what they went into repair, but sometimes you have other stuff in there and they kind of clean it up. So it could have been the other portion to clean up, because I know guys that had meniscus tears, they got it snipped, and they were back in a couple of weeks. So it had to be something else also.
Travis Wingfield tweets out, a brutal red zone period ends with Tremaine Edmonds, former Bills linebacker, now with the Bears, picking off Tua. The Bears dominated that period.
Again, don't make a whole lot of it.
You know people aren't going to be reasonable about this.
I know.
I hope you know that.
I know, but you have to put things in context.
I'm going to try and be a big boy about this.
No, you're not.
You're not. I'm going to be mature about this.
I can tell. I can tell.
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered.
I can tell the disgust that you read that tweet with, that you're not going to be reasonable. Stop it.
Dade South says, I thought that Tobin mispronounced minuscule. Well, listen, I did mess up corroborate earlier, so I can't really defend myself.
Corroborate. Corroborate. Corroborate.
We'll take a break here on Tobin and Leroy on FM 104.3 WQAM. Our final segment coming on up. We will play a little You Dead to Me to close out the week. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
You're dead to me.
It's that time on a Friday. You're dead to me. Close things out on an exciting day here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Our first full day here on the FM dial. You'll hear now officially almost 24 hours fully in the books here on FM 104.3. Hockman, Crowder, Solana coming up after us today. Reminder, Game Day Uncensored will come your way on Sunday at 11 a.m. as we get ready for Dolphins, Bears. And I didn't have a "You Dead to Me" until we just got on the air just now. And that is a tweet that I just read from Omar Kelly. Julian Hill, touchdown pass from Zach Wilson. Called back because of a procedural penalty by
Julian Hill.
So my Hard Rock account, you're dead to me, because I am going to lose so much money on this guy this year because of things like this. I mean, I am just such an idiot that I have to go into this thing just based on principle.
Is Darren Waller practicing yet?
No, they said Mike McDaniel did this move. It's a tricky spot because we have joint practices. To my thought was like, excuse me, Mike, shouldn't you have maybe practiced him in the non-padded practices to get him into football type activities? And now, it's a little hard to bring him back to football when football has started. Whatever. I'm just sitting here. What am I? I'm just a dope on the radio. But anyway, I can't believe I'm about to walk into another season of this with Julian Hill.
How you get teased in camp?
I don't know. But I have no one to blame but myself. So my Hard Rock account, dead to me. It is. It's gonna take a beating. Leroy, who's dead to you or what?
Preseason.
Oh.
And part of the reason why is because a lot of people don't understand the purpose of preseason. You go in there looking at your team and want your team to win under all circumstances. And if they don't have success in the preseason, you think is because they're not going to be very good. And I would say you have to temper that, right? Keep in mind, without a game plan, defenses usually always win. And start from there and then kind of evaluate from that point on. You know, when you talk about one-on-one pass rush, like not a team setting where you got to work next to a guy. And you just got to put it in its proper perspective. And so I hate it because a lot of times you hear regular season comments about players without fully understanding what camp is. Camp is to get you ready for the season. And when you practice against other teams, it has more to do about how do you compete? How do you, defend or something like that, more than whether you're having success as a group, because everything is very fundamental, simple, no game plan or whatever. So that's why preseason is dead to me. Not that they're not getting ready for the season, but fans tend to get a little bit more aggravated in preseason than they should.
What else? Who's dead to you, Jennifer?
Scooby's pretty angry right now. I apologize.
Down,
This is the first mark of 104.3. So I didn't really also have a dead to me because I've been so busy with a headache since yesterday. And it's because, I forgot that a new station would come with so much back work. And then things are changing. There's the access goes in and out. I just got logged out of Twitch. It's just a whole bunch of complications that I didn't really need. But here we are. That's dead to me on a Friday.
You're still confused on exactly what is dead to you. So just the legwork is dead to you?
Just like the extra work that, yeah. And then I have to communicate with not just one person. It's like 5 other people on the back end, and trying to regain access is just too much for me.
You feel like it's a bunch of like elves in the back end, Leroy, like the people who run the back end labyrinth.
Yeah. Follow the yellow brick road. They're just like all back and they're working like, you know, why do you make it sound like you're living an episode of Flintstones?
Yeah,
with the little
That is my life every single day. Just me then. Look, I appreciate and I'm very grateful to have this job, but you know what? Sometimes just the annoying part of it is when you're trying to get access all over again. It's just not it for me.
Brittany, who's dead to you?
So I tried expeditiously hard to not come up with something F1, but nothing made me that angry this week except for F1 Twitter. F1 Twitter is dead to me.
Wow.
They are dead
You're
to me.
dead
No,
to me.
seriously, because last week Lewis Hamilton posts this like really mysterious video of like follow the smoke and all this stuff. And then in an interview last week, like I told you guys, he had said like, oh, you know, I'm useless. He was very emotional. He was very, you know, not doing well last weekend's race. So he had made a comment that like I said earlier this week, they're on a summer hiatus right now. So he had said that like they had asked him, oh, what is your summer break going to look like? Are you gonna, like planning all this travel, this, that, and the other? He was like, oh, there's going to be tears, lots of tears. And then he couples that with this like mysterious, like follow the smoke promotion thing. And F1 Twitter has took this and ran with it. You want to talk about making something out of nothing? Put up Tobin's board right now because these people swore that he was going to announce his retirement. And it caused this mass hysteria. My Twitter, my TikTok was full of people like, if Lewis Hamilton announces his retirement, my life is over. And I'm like, you guys, like, bring back media literacy. Open up the schools. Summer break is over. Everybody needs to go back to school. Bring back media literacy. Bring back comprehension skills. Because he owns a non-alcoholic tequila company called Almave, and they had posted something about smoke as well. So it doesn't take a genius to understand that he was just promoting his tequila.
Boots on the gram.
They should go ahead and sue them for emotional distress.
I wasn't distressed because I can have reading comprehension skills. Other people don't. It was just annoying that everybody was just like swearing that this man was going to retire. And then so to this morning,
how long have you been on this earth?
25 years.
And you're just now figuring out that people react to things that really
I understand, Leroy. I understand, but that's what's dead to me because all week they've just annoyed the life out. They've just annoyed me to my last nth degree because it's just obviously he was not going to retire. So yes, he announced that he came out with like a smoky non-alcoholic tequila today. I don't know, which is stupid within itself.
Hey, that's non-alcoholic tequila. You know what that's called? Juice.
Yes, you know what? It is probably better than actual tequila. So I don't like
tequila. So.
I love tequila. Why would you want a non-alcoholic like what does that even taste like?
I don't know if you should buy a bottle. I've been really wanting to buy a bottle.
It tastes like playa.
I've been really wanting to try bottle. Like I really wanted to try, but
did he like quit drinking or something? Like why can't
he's sober? Yeah, he's vegan, he's sober, he's all of those things. So
you know what? I don't mean to be rude. I'm happy for everybody's sobriety. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's journey is their own.
I don't think he had a problem. I think he just made a decision to.
Then I got to tell you something. You got to pick something else to endorse. Make an energy drink. Yeah, I you know, because
he's trying to branch out and then be relatable to other people who are sober on Tobin.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's what I was told by a buddy. Here's what I was told by a buddy who quit drinking, right? Because he had drinking problem. He said he doesn't even like drinking the mixers that he used to mix with liquor. So why would you drink? Why would you drink? You know, the same items, just non-alcoholic. You're basically just leading down that same path so that next thing you know, you're going to be back to drinking tequila.
I just don't understand the point of it. It feels like somebody got on board for a Lewis Hamilton tequila. He makes this decision And then they're like, but he's one of the more famous drivers in the world. So you're kind of pot committed. And you're like, guess what, guys? We're going to go non-alcoholic here.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
how do we tell him?
It's like $40 a bottle. You think I'm going to pay $40 for a non-alcoholic tequila? No.
He should have just made it organic. Organic tequila.
I don't know if tequila's not organic, so I'm not really sure. It comes from plants, agave plants. I don't think it gets more organic than that.
Well, he needs to agave me a better option.
I don't disagree. I knew that was going to be the selling point of this argument. I was hoping that we would breeze past a non-alcoholic tequila.
Well, I'm sorry, but
No, it's okay.
you brought up F1, and I'm happy that you're so enraged by these idiots. But I also am just very stuck in the mode of he's making what?
I understand. It's okay.
Look, sometimes things work for people, and you just will never understand why.
Like, I've heard of a non-alcoholic beer, but there are people who genuinely like the taste of beer. Like, I don't know many people who love the taste of tequila. The part of the thing of tequila is the reason I like it, especially after heat losses, is it tastes like sadness. So like there's
So you fade sadness with sadness.
yeah, like that's how that's one of the reasons. Like after when Domantas Sabonis beats my team on a putback and I drive 2 hours home from the arena, I need to taste the sadness, and then nothing really brings that home quite like tequila.
I don't. Apparently, he got the stamp of approval from one of the Mexican drivers. They're like, "Oh, this is delicious," and I'm just like, I don't really. It doesn't really. It's not a selling point for me. I'm not really sure that his non-alcoholic tequila is doing that well. To be honest with you,
Shocking, we didn't get an honest assessment from one of the more famous athletes on the planet. Anyway, it was a lovely first day here on FM for us here on Tobin and Leroy. Exciting times. Thanks to everybody who tuned in to FM 104.3 WQAM. Everybody have a great weekend. Again, I'll be on with you guys on Sunday. We got Game Day Uncensored coming your way at 11 a.m. to get ready for the 1 o'clock kickoff. Dolphins and Bears, so tune into that. And we will talk to you rascals as a group on Monday.
I mean, it was so beautiful. I got a tight ass.
Can anybody corroborate this? Corroborate.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.